Hello, hello everyone, and welcome on in to Age of Empires 2. This is Castle Rush solo class, and this is something new and something that sparked my interest. This is an event that's supposed to be a weekly event. This will be repeating every single week. It is an Age of Empires 2 event, and their goal is to have 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 events that are self-contained into a single day, which means that today I will start following this tournament and we will see who is crowned champion and who wins a $25 prize pool. Quite some solid players have registered for this event. We have here the webpage. This is what's being developed by the Castle Rush team. You can check there's more up-and-coming tournaments like Duo Clash. This is Team Clash 3v3. I think their goal is to create a page that will serve as a tournament hub, like different organizations can host tournaments through this page. But for now, we are still in the early stages, and I am beyond honored to be here covering the first solo clash, the first solo tournament. Let me say hello to Chad. I see over on Twitch. Punch Clock, Jaloping Chris, and Javasty. Welcome on in, welcome on in. I want to make a petition. Go ahead, go ahead. And yeah, you can see here, this is the tournament we'll be covering. And Astanox, welcome on in to our lovely host. I don't know your official role here. I will call you the host for now. But yeah, we are during the last minutes of the check-in. 12 minutes until things are locked in. We see that we already have 12 players and quite some familiar names. Both, for example, Frozen Hot Pepper Pizza and Javasty, I met them at Red Bull Wololo. Maxi, if you are in community tournaments, you know the name of Maxi. But we also have some really strong players, like freaking Andy and Matsu, and like even Tofu right now is in a superb shape. Bananji, like this is going to be an interesting one. The elo range is quite big, the elo gap between highest and lowest elo player, and there's a lot of things that are strengths for this tournament format. Let me just read. Instead of saying Wololo, Onando. But we can see a lot of famous names. I'm expecting the brackets and all to be filled quite soon. This is also my first time. Like, I didn't do any beta testing. There were beta testing to make sure that everything was running in smoothly. I was not part of that. I'm discovering this as it goes. Hopefully, if you watch the VOD later on, if you check this tournament, you'll have more information to know if you want to check into the next one. We already see 14 players. 16 would be a great number to make sure that we have. Yeah, first times are always stressful. I can imagine. I have the easy role. I'm casting. Like, if things go wrong, I have no responsibility. And hello, Arve! Some high level signups here. Yeah! Freaking Andy, Sharky, and also some lower elo. I mean, Maxi versus freaking Andy. It's probably one of the matches everyone wants to see. But yeah, I hope everything goes well on the back end. I mean, I've hosted a tournament, but it was something way smaller. So I should always put some protection. Oh wait, what? But yeah, I can't wait to hop into the matches. And I think today, in particular, at least when I was setting up things, that Spec Dashboard was having some issues, but those can always be, there's ways to counter that. I do want to apologize. I want to have things as clean as possible whenever I cast. Today, on a freaking Saturday afternoon, my neighbors decided to do construction work. So if you can hear some drilling in the background, I apologize. I can do a lot of things to try to improve the stream quality. I cannot stop. I cannot, even though it is against some law technicalities, but I don't want to go there. I cannot stop my neighbors from doing noise right now. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up. It's not too bad. I'll try to play one of these. Exactly. That's one of the things I want to highlight, is that when we register to tournaments as part of the community, it's usually a long-term commitment. For me personally, for example, even though everyone who I've scheduled matches with was superb, I have no complaint on the human side of things, I don't like the process of scheduling matches, personally. And long-term commitments. Here, if you want to try out the format, hey, you just press join tournament, you sign up to Castle Rush, and it's a one-day commitment. For me, with my current lifestyle, and other Age of Empires players and fans probably are in the same situation, it's way easier to have a reserved period of 6 hours that I know will be for the tournament than to know, okay, along the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'll have to ensure that that there's one time and then there's time zones. Of course, there are other charms. I'm saying this, I don't want to bring down community tournaments that have the other format. There's a lot of amazing stuff. I just like, as a player, to have different options. I think it's good when you have different tournaments, different formats, and the fact that it repeats weekly also means that, hey, today I signed up, I played 30 minutes, I got knocked out. Okay, there's one. If I enjoyed it, I can try again next week. If I didn't enjoy it, I just spent 30 minutes and it's okay. Let me keep refreshing. We're at 14 participants. We are going to start with best of ones. So first matches will be really intense. And usually in tournament seeding, we will very likely have the first round being a massacre. And hello, Frozen Hot Pepper Pizza, you are here. I do see you. I'm going to lose all my viewers once the tournament starts. It's fine, you're not in a place in your life where you can go for long-term commitments, so you prefer one-time things. Exactly. And as I said, the fact that this tournament exists doesn't remove you the chance. Like, the other tournaments are still there. You don't have to pick bread or meat. You can have a hamburger. You can have both. If you just want the bread, you can have the bread. If you just want the meat, you can have the meat. If you want a full hamburger, you can go for a full hamburger. More options is always nice. I'll just be a spectator. Of course. I mean, today I'm also a spectator. Spectator and caster. I've been playing quite a bit. We pick bifanas. The good old Portuguese sandwiches. Where was my... yeah, lately I've been playing quite a bit. Yeah, Javesty, you're not a low elo player. You're in the lower elo range here. I have some data here I was gathering. If I didn't miss the profiles, like sometimes players could have different names or things like that, I saw a player with 700 elo, and we have players with 2600 elo. So that's a 2000 elo gap from top to bottom. And Javesty, I have your elos here, sitting at 1888 current elo, your center of the bracket. But yeah, speaking at Neos was a registered player, hasn't checked in yet. I will never... oh, I'm exactly the same frozen hot pepper pizza. I think it's a great opportunity for us. Oh, and I was about to say, I was talking about tournament formatting. I have some experience in playing in world level tournaments, not of Age of Empires, but in a board game of Go. And most matchmaking algorithms are the way they are for a reason. And there was a World Cup I participated on. I will not say which one to not slander the organization. There was one where they tried to manipulate openly the algorithm of matchmaking a little bit so that the first round was exciting for all players. That's what they did, and it worked. The first round was amazing, but usually in a lot of formats you have first round massacre, and then second, third, fourth, for example, if it's a Swiss format, they're more balanced. What happened there is that because they rigged the first round, there were unplanned ripples that made it so that round 2, 3, 4, 5 were complete massacres. So even though we are going to have rough matches in round 1, I think it's important. Is it best of 1? Yes, it is, at least in the start. What I think they are doing, I will always preface with say what I think, because I'm not part of the organization. I'm just showcasing. I mean, I am a caster, but I'm not staff. I think they want to kind of be like dynamic and change this depending on how many people sign up and things like that. Yeah, and it says here at the top for now, best of 1, best of 1, best of 3, best of 3. And from what I've read, they are also going for... they want to make this be a self-contained multi-purpose tool, the website. So drafting and everything will be done through the website. If you are asking, oh, Nano, how does that work? I have no idea. I'm here to learn as well. I'm showing you the purest experience. This is like, yeah, like the site has other functionalities. Some things you can tell that are still coming soon in development. There's you'll be able to see the game lobby on Watcher Draft. Nice, nice, nice. Like there's the upcoming duo clash already with 2 teams, Javesty and Stigs versus Bananchi and Tofu. Oof. Good luck, Javesty. But this is in 2 days, 3 days roughly. So it's still in the setup. This is meant to be an alternative to Chell. Yeah, it's an alternative to quote-unquote everything. They want to make a self-contained tool. I think. I'm not organization. I think they want to make it... they want to streamline the process as much as possible. And this is public test day number 1. If anything goes wrong, I mean, that's how things go. But hopefully, I know that the team did some testing behind the scenes. Hopefully, it will all be smooth sailing from here. And let me just say to Mi-chan and Van, hello, hello, some of the regulars here on the channel. Welcome on in. And then we see the countdown. And hello, Sharky AOE, one of the... yes, you have checked in a player from France sitting at 2200 elo, roughly. 2162. And hello, Rabbit Mutt, welcome on in, glad to see you today. Yeah, we did some of the participants showing up. Of course, no stream sniping when the games are on. That goes without saying. Only 2 players haven't done the sign up on time. So who will beat me in round 1? Yeah, we are going to have a few fun pairings in round number 1. Man, the fact that even for a streamer like caster, or you can be a participating player and stream your own POV, the fact that you have 1 day and you can tell a whole story, like we will have a champion crown today. We are waiting for the pairings of the first round, and we'll have a champion crown. That is really cool to have a self-contained streaming experience. Okay, we see the gears are churning, the site is refreshing. Let me refresh the site. I think things are working now. If I get a noob like biscuit. Yes! Javesty! Rigged! Javesty is part of the team. This is all rigged. Oh, Sharky versus Maxi. Bananji versus Roger. Ulandina. Oh, I think this was one of the last minute registrations. Ooh, I need to, because I have a small window to make sure that it fits the stream. Maybe if I made it bigger, it will look better. And then I need to make it smaller on the stream. Also, this is my first time covering this live. I have no stream overlays refined for this. And we can see here, this is how the drafting will look. Okay, let's pick a match. I clicked this one because I saw frozen hot pepper pizza. Let me check what is kind of what is a close match we have. Biscuits versus Javesty. What's Biscuit's Hilo? He has so many names that I couldn't find. If anyone in chat knows. No Zombie versus Jackson. Ooh, that's quite a Drift to see. I didn't find their profile. Sharky versus Maxi. But then, okay, that's, I think maybe Javesty versus Biscuits is one of the closest matches we have. I don't know how strong Adrift to see is. Of course, the stronger players like Tofu, freaking Andy have a bye. They are already in the quarterfinals. Let me open up chat. You'll need full screen most likely during draft. Okay, okay. Here are the drums of war. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, good luck, have fun, everyone. I think I'm going to start with Biscuits versus Javesty. I think it's the closest. Biscuits is the favorite. Sharky versus Maxi. But the thing is, I've cast Maxi so many times already. I'm indecisive between Sharky versus Maxi or Biscuits versus Javesty. Anyone in chat has any preference? Oh, we can see. Oh, they're already drafting. While I'm yapping away. Oh, yeah, and I probably... I need to go full screen for this. Oh, I mean, the smaller version... This is as small as I can get. It shows all the sieves. No input from chat. I'm going to stay with Biscuits versus Javesty. And yeah, we can see that this is a self... Let me adjust the overlay. We can see that this is a self-contained tool. They are doing the draft through the website. Italians, Malay, Japanese, Dravidians, Mongols, Persians. I was just watching Hera's stream before I went live, and he was basically saying, yeah, Malay are just so strong, and I agree. And Chinese, Lithuanians, Malians. Lithuanians are so good, especially because of freaking Skirm meta. I really don't like Skirm meta, but it is a thing, and Lithuanian Skirms are so ruthless. Waiting for Captain Biscuits set up the lobby. Nice. Also, oh, map drafts. So we probably, yeah, of course, map draft is first. While I was yapping away talking about the matches, they also did the map draft. So Fortified Clearing, Nomad, Socotra, and Landmanas. Ooh, I was like, why do they have two civs? I was like, what's the... Yeah, because now there are mind games. There's one map, there's two civs. Will we see Lithuanians Jurchens, Lithuanians Chinese, Chinese Malians? Yeah, it makes sense for them to have two civs. Let me see if there's any questions. I need more window. I need a third computer. I need a third computer to track everything. And hello, D1100. We are here covering the Castle Rush Clash 1v1. With our names maybe for Nando. Nando is watching you. Nando sees you. Waiting for captain of Biscuit setup. Yeah, because the captain probably is... This is developed for both 1v1s and 2v2s, 3v3s, and Biscuit is the captain of Team Biscuits. Lobby found, spectate. Oh, wait, I need to do that. Let me... The thing of having a dual PC setup is that that's not the PC I want to spectate on. Bracket. Biscuits versus Javasty, spectate. Oh. I'm also stress testing, like, this is live testing of the tools, seeing if everything works. Yeah, it did work perfectly. Let's go. We have spec delay 2 minutes. I just pressed the lobby there on the website. Nice programming. I never know how much work or not goes into... There's a lot going on round 1. Yeah, of course, and I love to yap. Like, and this is the first time covering this, so getting used to the pacing. This says 2 minutes until the game start. I'm expecting that I am like spectating the lobby, but the game hasn't started yet. If anyone from... Like, I think the game hasn't started, but if it has started, please let me know. Okay, yeah. I see the countdown now. Nice! Astronox, I praise thee. Everything is flowing so smoothly on my end. And Sugi Yamagawa over on YouTube. Hello. About to jump into the action. I was expecting, like, I've worked with a lot of different projects and stuff. Seeing how much you wanted to do on your own website, I was expecting things to go worse. And so far, so good. Let me not jinx it. Let's not jinx it too much. Yeah. But so far, just 1 minute and 15 seconds. I can show you. I'm basically waiting in Age of Empires. 1 minute to go, and we have Mighty Space Fruit. Yes, that's the other name of Biscuits. I was like, what was the other? The man with 1,000 names. It's Mighty Space Fruit versus Javasty. Jurchens versus Malians. Jurchens are such a tricky sieve. Yeah, and I wanted, like, I could have asked, since I'm in chat with the admins and everything, I could have asked for, hey, let me preview things for casting, let me try the tools. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to feel how easy or hard it was, and also this provides you more valuable feedback as well. On the fly. feedback live in front of an audience. Ooh, let me just go quick to this scene. Just to set up everything there. Because now we are switching over to Capture Age. Oops. Okay, here we are. And here we are with a match being played live. Welcome on into the very first Castle Rush solo tournament ever organized. There's a $25 prize pool. Winner takes it all. And we have here a match between two players sitting at roughly 1900 to 2k elo. So one of the closest matches in bracket number 1. In the teal, playing as the Jurchens, we have none other than Mighty Space Fruit. And in the orange, we have Javasty. Jurchens versus Malians being controlled by two players who are quite popular in the community. They play a lot of T90 community tournaments. They've been around for quite a while. The map is Alpine Lakes. It's one of the maps where there is a tricky start here with the salmon. 25 bucks, yeah, that's enough for a dinner. And we already see an asymmetrical approach here. Javasty going right for the salmon with a meal, while Mighty Space Fruit starts with a Lumbercap, a more standard start. And yeah, these players are playing in the best of 1, so in 40 minutes, maybe match 1 will be a 5-hour-long match and all the tournament scheduling will be ruined. We will have one player going home. And while this match is happening, there are others. You can check the website. If you use !CRush, I think it's what I named the command. You have a link to the website. And you can check who is playing, how things are going. Yeah, now we see Javasty moving toward later. Of course, he's playing with the Malians. One of the best Thieves in the game for the longest times. I feel like Thieves rise and fall, Empires go to glory and crumble. While history evolves, Malians stay the same, always solid. I mean, they have a bonus for gold gathering. They have cheaper wood buildings, and especially in the mid-game, early feudal and everything, wood is kind of your gate, the thing that gates you from all transitions. You want farms to get food, you want maybe archers, skirmishers. Wood is so important, and also spending that wood is often the difference between a mid-elo player and an extremely high-elo player. A lot of the mid-game is management of wood. And we see Mighty Space Fruit with the Jurchens. He can take down all the sheep. I like to do that with the Jurchens. They have a unique bonus, one of the most peculiar bonuses in the game, which is that their animals do not decay. So when I'm playing Jurchens, I'm like, since I can take no risks, I will not take any risks. Let's bring in everything and slaughter it all. It won't decay, and that way is the ultimate laming prevention. Of course, they are known for their gunpowder, and especially the freaking Grenadiers. Grenadiers are a hassle to deal with. Oh, and by the way, anyone who is watching, let me know how the game audio and my voice are leveled. Everything should be fine, but I'm currently during a stream break. Just got back into the active because I wanted to cover the start of this event. If everything is not feeling good, please let me know. It is not rude to tell me. Maybe audio should be better. Sounds good. Thank you, Sugi. The ASMR of chopping wood is always one of the best things about the early game Age of Empires. I'm even going quiet. And we see that there's a new stat in Capture Age. Our tools that we use are also getting updated constantly. We can see how long players were housed. So Mighty Space Fruit was housed for 13 seconds, and that's his TC idle time. Javasty with a cleaner start, only 2 seconds of idle TC time. However, Eco is ramping up for the Jurchens, for the Gunpowder Sieve. because of the fishing ships. Okay, and Grenadiers are one of Jurchen's unique units, and they are hard because they function very differently from any other unit, I feel like. I've played some matches with the Jurchens where my opponent just went all in early game, took down a lot of my villagers, I had no chance of winning that game. I just turtled a little bit, got into Grenadiers, got into a critical mass, and then just boom, burst everything. I feel like if you don't know how to play versus Grenadiers, it's that... Yeah, they're called Grenadiers, yes. If you don't know how to play versus Grenadiers, you will lose. I've lost... I think one of my last tournament matches was me watching my entire army crumbling to Grenadiers. They're a really strong unit. We do see some scout on scout action, and Javasti open up with the militia. Malians have great infantry. They have discounts on their... Not discounts, their pierce armor upgrades, so archers will be a slightly less efficient counter. Archers and skirms. Upgraded to men-at-arms. Already working on that palisade. Mighty space for buying time. Still on the way to feudal age. And this is... Right now, Javasti needs to cause damage. Mighty Space Fruit's opening is greedier. These dogs are greedy, are a greedy choice. If greed doesn't get punished, you just snowball. You just snowball more and more ahead. So Javasti already with a good follow-up, adding an archery range and adding some archers. Just 2 or 3 archers can make a men-at-arms rush way more deadly. What Mighty Space Fruit wants is to buy time and to reach, to build some military, enough military to stay safe. Then reach Castle Age and keep snowballing from there. Eco upgrades, both have double bidex, that's what matters most. Since this map has the water, you can bypass Horse Collar until even later. Because you don't need the farms that early on. Oh, I didn't talk about the spawns, both with forward gold, oh, but also a back gold. Oof, mighty... Oh, here's the gold. So both have quite an even setup. Stones, forward 1, backwards 1. So I kinda even slightly prefer Javasti's start on in the front. Maybe that's also one of the reasons for not going dock. I slightly prefer Mighty Space Fruit start. Slightly. We don't now see a forward tower here. Wants to grab the berries. Wants to grab the secure the gold there. Villagers. No villager has gone down yet. Will the tower go up? This tower needs to go up. If not, this is a disaster. See a lot of messy micro. The tower is up. 1 villager went down. And now the units still under the tower. They are in melee range. That means the tower will do nothing. Yeah, if you can take down the archers, you can then garrison your own archers from the watchtower and then just snipe the man-at-arms. At this level, I think both players should be okay here. Did Javasti? That's huge. Javasti spawned the dogs, spotted the dogs. Okay. That's one of the most important pieces of intel here. So he knows what he's up against. He knows he's up against a solid economy. And I did say, like, foreshadowing a few moments ago, I did say that the difference between a mid-elo player and a super player is wood spending. And we see 400 wood going down in a lot of farms. Of course, I'm not as good as Javasti, but I can point out the flaws from players better than me. If Javasti was Hera or Lewis or Leary, those farms would have been up earlier while the pressure was on, and then the food eco spots in faster. Because that's your goal in Feudal Age. Your goal in Feudal Age is to not be in Feudal Age. You need to respect your opponent's pressure, you need to try to find villager kills. You often will not win the game at this point. What you want is to reach Castle Age in a better status, and then Castle Age is where all win conditions are open. It's where you can really start booming, really start pressuring, taking down TCs with siege, depending on your game plan. Games can be decided in feudal, but it's often because feudal then snowballs. And of course, dogs fire arrows now. Welcome to 2026 Age of Empires. It's one thing that I will defend. I think garrison ships in docks was a debatable decision, but I really don't like the docks firing arrows. I really don't. I think that really favors water booming and fast castle. I think a lot of water exclusive maps, this is not one of them, a lot of water maps and hybrid maps evolved into a much more unfun meta because of the water changes. The cheeky. That's something that no low elo player would do, and that's such a big difference. Unit control is not only a lot of players see split micro, see dodging, see things like that and think, oh, this is what wins. No, army control is sometimes doing a little bit of a juke, and now these units can have more value, cause more idle economy time. Nice pressure out of Javasti here. And his eco is now flowing nicely. Oof. A harsh volley there. The unit will go down either way. I would have preferred, but of course that's easier said than done, just run away and be annoying with these units, keep them alive. Market for Javasti, and Javasti will click up to Castle Age much faster. Just needs to drop some gold. Yep, and clicked up to Castle Age, and this is a Malian Castle Age. What will be the follow-up? Malians are extremely versatile. Malians, one of the most versatile teams in the game, and we see Mighty Space Fruit with the game awareness, spotting the score deep, knows, okay, my opponent is up to Castle Age, I can't be very far behind, or else things will get troubled. But Malians, they have great stables because you can then tech into Farimba in the late game. Their infantry options are good because of the extra Pierce armor. They have good archery ranges, I feel like. No specific archer bonus, but full tech tree. Yep. And of course, we don't see nothing on stone, but there's the trickier play of drop a castle, half phosphor it, and go full Gabetto harassment. I would rather prefer to see regular booming and pressure, and then add Gabettos from your defensive castles and keep them active, keep them harassing. This is still a very even match. I wanted to go for... I would not be surprised if this will be the longest match of round 1. Because I think there were some matches that it's like 2,000 elo players versus 700. And I do wonder, I have no idea, if 2 matches from the round 1 are finished, do they start round 2 right away? Or do they wait for all round 1 matches to finish? Because in a void, thinking in my mind about tournament organization, I can see benefits and drawbacks for both decisions. And Javasti reached castle, now he's floating wood. This is the time where you want to float wood. Reaching castle age, there's so many things you want to spend your eco on. You want to have the university. If you're playing archers, you could grab a siege workshop, monastery for the relics, add 2 or 3 TCs. So there is no harm in piling up wood as you are on the way to castle age. Nice pressure there, finds 1 villager, finds 2 villagers, equaling out the eco KD. Res collected are quite even, despite the boat difference, and these units will get upgraded. Where's Javasti's military? Oof. That's a huge difference between keeping your army active, even if it's just doing this, and having it stay there. This is already 12 kills, 4 of them eco. This army, crazy value. Javasti only reacts now. Like, those units staying there is infinitely more valuable than these units here. And while those units are there, they are left for dead, not the game. And you build a new army to defend at home. You don't need to have just one ball of army. You're even breaking through now. Being a pain here. Devastate's chances are starting to look slim. I feel like the Castle Age transition in this army here was way smoother for Mighty Space Fruit. Devastate with a bit of some panic walls there. They are stone walls, nice. They will do their job of dealing the damage here. We see there's ballistics for Devastate though. So Devastate's army can be quite deadly. We see the passive rocket cart, love the play to take down those rams. Good against the archers, good against the rams. Some CA to support. Rocket cart was such a good addition, and I feel, in my opinion, it's easier to manage rocket cart versus rams than mangonels. I feel like the targeting is more focused, and it makes for a much better counter to rams. The CTA, they're arresting the archers. We see the university gets a bit delayed, but Devastate's eco is falling quite a bit behind. I'm scared about his res collected numbers. Devastate is the one with ballistics. It didn't look like it from how those archers were performing. Yeah, you don't want to conga line units, and now the great. This is what Devastate needs. This is what Devastate needs to do with his archers. This is revenge from earlier, and this will even out the vill count. Such massive amount of damage. That's the thing. As Mighty Space Fruit, you are microing here. You want to get those villagers back to work. You need to take your time. Like 30 seconds of idle villagers working is better than losing 4 or 5 villagers. And the army is still looping around. Walks under the docks, whose arrows luckily have been nerfed along the days. And more villagers. This is still, for a moment I was worried for Devastate. This is such an even game. So much damage from this archer raid now. 17 kills on these 7 archers. Taking on more and more villagers. Another one goes down. Another 21 eco kills for Devastate. Of course, the units are here being annoying. None of them adds any TCs. Yes, they cannot afford to boom. This is full-on aggression. This is being a very good game. And since there's not a lot of breaks here on the Castle Rush train, whoever wins will not have a lot of time, and soon they will be playing another match. Which is part of why this is so cool. And I think they are... Whoever wins is going to play... was it Toph or freaking Andy? So whoever wins will have a rough... a rough follow-up. But I mean, you get bragging rights. You can say, hey, in the first Castle Rush ever, I did sign up. The lack of ballistics and cavalry archers also have lower accuracy by default. No thumb ring. That's miserable. Like, that's freaking Neo from the Matrix. Okay, now they stopped. Rogar, and done. My tournament speedrun was quite slow because my opponent was nice. Oh, hope you had a good match, Rogar. I did saw that you signed up. If I remember correctly, you're 700 elo, right? And I'm always happy when I see like lower elo players signing up and taking the chance. Hope you had a good match. I would say don't spoil the result usually, but hope you don't take any offense. It was fun. Yeah, it's cool to have even the chance of playing against a different player. I'm 700, nice. A huge shout out. This is probably the closest match from round 1. CA are a pain to deal with. There's the hills here in the middle. That will help the defender. And of course, Devastate does have ballistics. That now also affects the Scorpions. Yeah, Devastate wants to drop that castle. Wants to go for some Gabbero raids. On the other side, Mighty Space Fruit adding the second DC. This is being a really cool match, and we see the forward castle. That's so risky with your opponent's army. You really need to get that army out of position. And then you can steal the stone. Yeah, that army... this is exactly the conditions. And the outpost is spotting it. Better than assuming is knowing. Javesty sees that army back at his home and he must be smiling. He knows even though CA are fast, they won't reach on time. He advanced with 13 villagers. That is a safe number. The rocket cart is dangerous though. And the mangonel gets completely flattened. That's a lot of vills that will go down to the rocket cart. And the CA is here. The villagers are forced to retreat. Disaster for Javesty. He was ahead in villagers. He could have boomed. This could be the game losing move. This could... I think Javesty was in a better position than he thought, and he may have just lost the match here, giving Mighty Space Fruit exactly the angle that he needed. That castle will not go up. I mean, it shouldn't go up. It doesn't go up. This was a disaster. This was... The game was back and forth. I've called disaster many times. I think Javesty lost the game here. Because Mighty Space Fruit is now up to the second TC first. Has the army lead. Has the CA, which is a very strong mid-game army and even late game. They are such a strong unit. I wish they were nerfed a little bit. I feel like in the hands of good players, they are way too dominant. And this is also possible Gabeto production that got denied. Look at Javesty's eco. 8 on food, idle TC time. I mean, the TC is working now. While Mighty Space Fruit with 16 farms there in the side. Wally in the castle. Javesty. Oh, I think this is capture age, but I think he doesn't see. And maybe earlier, he also didn't saw the dots. Not sure. Yeah, taking down this castle, making sure that threat doesn't say. Javesty should cancel it now. Sometimes I wait until the last minute to cancel it. And then it just gets taken down. The ram is there. The rocket cart is there. The walls are there. Just cancel it. It will be destroyed. It won't be a cancel. Yeah, it was destroyed. Javesty loses 650 wood. Still no ballistics for Mighty Space Fruit. I think that's the only reason why he isn't winning the game right now. I do understand that some players add ballistics later. You have the uni up, you need ballistics now. I think it is not a decision. I think it is literally forgetfulness. Because sometimes you can choose to bypass technologies. I don't think that's the case here. Okay, I think he's about to click it. Yeah. I saw the selling of food. Oof, that's a lot of chip damage. Ooh, I wanted to see a volley from the Scorpion going up and taking down like a bowling ball, taking down 6 Cav archers. We see some step lancers now. Great to snipe the opponent's siege. I think Mighty Space Fruit is piling up more and more leads, and now ballistics will be in. These crossbows will stop feeling like they're immortal. The difference. Mighty Space Fruit has the tech lead. I mean, he's lacking a horse collar. Mighty Space Fruit has the army lead, has the villager lead, and he's moving forward. Finds the forward TC here to help secure the gold mine. The timing, okay. It would be way too cruel for that TC to be denied. I think I would not be happy if that happened. We already saw a castle denied. Stone there gets sniped. Rocket car trying to harass the TC position. And at his home. I was about to say Mighty Space Fruit is absolutely safe. I love these 4 crossbows. I absolutely love the play of just leaving them there on stand ground and your opponent will throw units at them passively. And even just forcing your opponent to react, he's going to lose units to that. Yeah, this is... I really like that. But at the same time, because those 4 crossbowmen back home would not be doing anything. Need to be careful with the rocket cart. Good fight there, forcing the CA out of position from the siege support. Nice engagement out of Javasti there. I think their army control has been on par with each other. Both do a little bit of mistakes, both take good bad trades. I think army control has been on par. I think Javasti's main blunder was the castle there, but a lot of players, when they lose a castle like that, they don't lose the game because they lost a castle. They lose the game because they lose their mantle. And I think Javasti is doing an amazing job at staying in the game after losing that castle. I really like this castle here. I've becoming, lately, more and more of a defensive castle fan. Protect the farm. I mean, position could be a little bit better, but I mean, that's nice. Protects the woodland, but protect the farms, get zoning, get the safe economy, get productions of your unique unit. In this case, the Iron Pagoda. I think often, I feel like a forward castle can win you 30% of games and can lose you 70% of them. While defensive castles won't win you that game, but it will also won't lose you. I think there needs to be a lot of gathered conditions. Like, for example, your opponent is already castled, you're on the way to imp, you know you will be the first one to imp because of a specific strategy, and you want that castle forward for the timing. But even then, if you're fast imping, you have less army control. I think Tactical Tea Time, said he isn't here watching the cast for now, has caused irreparable damage to the Age of Empires world by supporting all of those forward castles. Because of course, that's what most players base their decisions around, is the casting of a 1200 elo player like Tactical Tea Time. We see Iron Pagodas now in the field. I've never seen Iron Pagodas being used much. I've become very familiar with the Wei and the Wu and the Shu. Jurchens, I feel like it's the one Civ from the Three Kingdoms that DLC that I see less used in tournament settings. So I have no idea how the Iron Pagoda perform. Okay, just seeing engagement there. Let's read the Iron Pagoda. Jurchen unique heavy cavalry with durable armor that can completely block melee attacks, strong versus infantry and ranged soldiers, weak versus spearman line and camel riders. Okay, okay. Emote, it performs well. And for Hot Pepper Pizza, pros haven't figured out Jurchens yet. Jurchens or Jurgens. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. Nice micro there, but the mangoes do get sniped, and this is... Even with nice micro, the army numbers are so much in favor. And hello, Gimut! I think it's your first message of the day. Hope you're doing fine. Rocket cart. We see 2 villagers for probably just repair villagers. Not a lot of floating eco from either player, and that's good. Jurgens and German. I don't speak German. I can speak Portuguese, Spanish, a little bit of French, English, Japanese, no German. Sorry, sorry. All I can do is Dankeschön. Yeah, I love the forward outposts. Outposting is always such a good move. And none of them are thinking about imp yet. Based on how their economy is set up. No castle from Javasti. Ooh, that's such a sneaky mango nail. I was like, where are those stones coming from? No one expects the stealth mango. Oh, Jurgen is George in Portuguese. Oh, okay, okay, okay. The German version of George. Okay, okay, okay. Makes sense. Oh, I like the crossbow. My neighbor George. This mess here is rough to deal with. Camels do counter the Iron Pagodas, but they have a rough time against the CA. And CA is one of those units that scale with numbers. Right now they're getting so much value. Just sitting here, having a good time. That's the power of reaching the CA mess. And this is denying so much eco. Javasty down to 80 villagers. The death ball is farming, exactly. And the other thing is that earlier we saw Javasty like with 4 crossbows here and things like that. I mean, now he's going for... I mean, I was about to say, he has no space to go. I love this. I love that he keeps finding... This is what makes you stay in the game, but I feel like it's spiraling out of control. Love this castle. I was speaking, quote-unquote, against forward castles. This one I absolutely adore. Securing you forward gold, and GG is called. Mighty Space Fruit wins. GG, well played, both of them. I feel like it was the castle here. Those 7 iron pagoda, those were iron pagodas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was a great game. GG, great game 1. I mean, game 1 and GG as well. The game was so even, Javasty. You were slightly ahead in build counts when the castle play happened. Like, the game was so even that you didn't immediately lose after the castle play. That could have been a GG game over play if the game wasn't that even. Now, there's a lot of things going on in this tournament. Let me check the page. I'm also curious. But GG, well played. Biscuits and Javasty. Let me see. How are the brackets looking? I'm about to show you. Guys on stream, do not worry. Oh, wow, there's a lot of matches that have been played already. Sorry about the spoilers. I will soon show them on screen. Let me go to the bracket first and show you what I'm seeing. Like, you can see we have freaking Annie versus Biscuits right now. We already had like no zombie beating Matt as well. So going to play against freaking Annie versus Biscuits winner. Sharky and Maxi still going at it. Bananji versus Tulendena. I have no idea how strong Tulendena is. Yeah, but we can see. I was thinking, okay, do quarterfinals get played? As soon as both players are ready, they do. So now we can go. I mean, I can check here. There's the matches. Finished, live. We have freaking Annie versus Biscuits and Bananji versus Tulendena. I will go for Bananji. Just because we just cast Biscuits. And I think freaking Andy... Sorry, Biscuits, for not having faith in you. But I think freaking Andy will make it through. So let me load up Bananji versus Tulendena. You can see here the chat and everything, the draft. Okay, let me go. Open up Capture Age. Set up everything here on my end. And we'll cast that set. It's so easy to just, and convenient to just hop on from match to match. And I can see also the potential, like today, I wanted to be... I mean, I didn't want to... If any other caster wanted to grab the set, they are welcome by me. But I didn't reach out to other people. I can see cool things about different casters covering different sets at the same time. And then, like, it reaches the finals. And then me and T-Time, imagine, I cover the top bracket, he covers the bottom half. And then in the finals, we both go to the same call and co-cast the finals. I can see potential for cool things there. Bananji versus Tulendena. The only reason why this isn't faster is because of my 2PC setup. It is the only reason. Let me go to Capture Age, and this is catching up to lifetime quite fast. Let me... just setting up everything here. Sorry if you can hear some drilling from George. Oh, I saw a message about feedback. I will talk about feedback as well. Oh, both of them are strong. I didn't know how strong Bulandena was. Both of them are quite strong. And hey, with the follow, thank you. Da-da-da-da. Yes, this was already a round 2 match, I think. So let's just update the overlay. Round 2, which is the quarterfinals. Fortified clearing, red versus gray, Tulandena versus Bananji. 2300 elo versus 2600 elo. So really strong players. I like to go follow the match live because we are because this is a slow start map for the fight clearing. I will skip over a bit of the early game once things start getting heated up. Loom, you scared you got housed with Huns? Like, they are bettering so much. You are good at making militia, was in my scouting report. I love how they are. Got to support official channels, and since we had a romantic meetup in London, pretending to be there for Red Bull was so cool. Met so many cool people. I mean, I see Huggy, Frozen Hot Pepper Pizza, Javesty. All of them are people I met in London. They are just fun you again. They are just having this, like the banter and everything looks like a low elo game in the best way possible. A lot of players. Oh, okay, let me go slower because we see forward barracks now, and let me cover the match. A lot of pro players lose the joy and the spark in their eyes. Not these two. And yeah, we will go behind. The cool thing is that after this is done, I can just click on another set and we'll start that from the start. I just want to make sure I follow the grand finals live. I mean, grand finals and the semi-finals should be a best of 3. But then she beat me round 1 by only making post-tip Malaysia as the banter. And yeah. I was about to say, and I forgot. This is edition number 1. There's the official website, and the official website has a link to the official Discord. Staff is looking for feedback. Please provide feedback. Please provide feedback. I hope the command is working. If it isn't, I need to solve it later on. Oh no, is the command not working? Okay, we do see a defensive tower to help deal with this militia. Try to do with the capital R as well. And if it's not working even with the capital R, Huggy, I will try to fix it. Banned from casting. No! It was not in the rulebook. The command was optional. Okay, commands aren't working. I need to fix that later. But yeah, we see militia pressure. Nice defense. Ooh, takes on a forward villager with a TC. That's good damage. But 6-0 Armenians versus Huns. Let me lock into this match now. Armenians are a scary sieve with those earlier infantry upgrades. Yeah, Huns don't have the best infantry, but sometimes it's about surprising the enemy, and we did see some archer follow-up, and this definitely surprised. The thing about playing some matchups is that, yeah, the surprise factor is sometimes better than playing optimal. We do see a good job here keeping the villagers alive. There's archers follow-up, and this is a map. The maps that are semi-closed. Like, you have stone walls. You're safe. Like, you feel super safe. They are so misleading. But Bananji was already on the way to Castle Age. And now he should clear up this quite easily. At the end of the day, the units were knocking at the door, damaging buildings, but they didn't do a lot of damage. And now we see Armenians with a fortified church. I think Armenians are the ones with the warrior priests. Warrior priests are such a good unit. And those fortified church will help defend any position. See another defensive watchtower going up. That one I think got cancelled there. I am a 1300. Yeah, elo pairings that, like, some things, for example, I would like for the, I think Gimut was the one who suggested that the elo players are more accessible through the website. I think those things are just consensually beneficial, just a thing of work. When it comes to how seeding works, pairing, I think that's one of those things where there are valid arguments for both sides. It's not a win all lose all. I think it's a topic of discussion. Freaking in the quarters. Yeah, exactly. I can see for me, if I was playing, if I got paired against Hera or like someone who is that high elo, I would be so happy. Like, not there are more talking also about the bread and meat analogy once again. There are a lot of tournaments with the quote-unquote fair balanced elo starts. There's not a lot of tournaments where I can get paired versus freaking Andy in round 1. And yeah, we see the Castle Age follow-up. Armenians are grabbing all of the relics, and if this goes super late game in a map like Fortified Clearing, it is a strong possibility. Maybe I get it. Yeah, if I lose versus either Bananchi or Tulandena, it's because of the heat. Only reason. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure there. Tulandena now adding the... Oh, that yurt? What? Why is there has that always been there? Yurt 1? With 9,999 HP and 1,000 armor? Has that always been a thing? It's my first time seeing the mighty yurt. But yeah, we see Bananchi going for the counter pressure. Tulandena did manage to even out, and now going for CA. Huns are such a good civ. It's about utilizing Twitch chat to get the dub. Foolproof strats. Yeah, getting fletching, getting bowsaw. Even though this is a semi-closed map, none of the players can afford to add a second DC. I really like the 4 relics picked up here. There's still the outside relics in Fortified Clearing. I would love to see the monks heading towards that. Of course, the military presence from Tulandena makes that harder. I have the nationalities of the players, but things are... I am making things move at such a fast pace as well, because I could take breaks, but I'm having fun jumping from match to match, that I didn't pull up the players' nationalities. I have them. I think is Banan... I mean, I don't want to guess, because if you say that the player is the wrong nationality, it can feel devastating. Bananchi is German. Okay, I was about to say the wrong nationality. Dodge the bullet there. But we see that trains here, the choo-choos, and they are full with warrior priests. Bananchi has been on the defensive. but didn't take any damage despite all the pressure. Look at the KD, 2-1. If you're the defensive player, you're happy that nothing fell. And now the trains are here and they are on the way to that TC. Australian, okay. I did see that there were quite a few Australian signups. Oof, that's the only TC going down. Oof, I think this is a game-winning move out of Badanji. What a good play. Take down the TC. Oh, they are low. Will the TC survive? It feels like a sudden death match, but it isn't. Oh, there's another one. And the Mangonel is helping. And the TC goes down. Oof, and then at 21 villagers. I think Badanji got this. And he didn't get this because of the attack. The attack was a great timing attack. The defense. Them, like, building the stone walls here. If it works, it works. Badanji! Welcome on in. Fireface, aka Biscuit. Sometimes you have to try something crazy. Love to see the players flocking back to the stream. And GG. GG, great defense, and then just a well-timed counterattack to end the game at the 24-minute mark. Let me go to the website once again. And I hope the players, like, as a caster, of course, casting and playing are two very different experiences. As a caster, I'm really enjoying this event. I hope the players are as well. As a caster, this is great. Go for tofu. Oh, nice. We don't have a lot of requests. Like, if everyone was making a lot of requests, I'll be like, oh, slow down. Yeah, tofu versus Sharky. Still ongoing. We have freaking Annie versus No Zombie there. That's also a good match. But maybe you have more time. Bananji is still waiting for that. Let's go for tofu versus Sharky. That sounds like a good match. Yes. And it's funny how high the elo got so fast. Look at how many matches have been played already. Of course, I can't highlight them all. There will be the VODs. And let me just go here. There will be the not the VODs, the Recs. If anyone wants to cast them. This is a gold mine for casters. And I like best of ones. Cruel for the players. Fun for us casters. Oh, I think I just closed down. But I can fix that quickly. Matches. Sharky versus Tofu. Ooh, the thieves. The Civs. I like this. Whoever said that they wanted this matchup. Okay, and Land Madness. Okay. I think everything is set up. We have Tupi versus Mapuche. Here for... This is also a round 2 set. Shark Drown on Water versus Tofu. The freaking long names making the overlay look ugly. But yes, this is Land Madness. One of the maps that's also... I think all maps are from the ranked pool. And we have Tupi versus Mapuche. These are two of the new civs. Two of the American civs. Tupi, quite famous for their Blackwood Archer spam and a lot of spammy unit play. Mapuche, they are the Bolus Riders, right? Yep. And the Kolnas. Yeah. So I've been playing quite a bit of the other one. What's the name of the other one? I'm pulling a blank. And I've been playing them. The one that has 50% discount on age up to... on every age up. On gold discount. I will take Bananji any day. Let's go. Yeah, we can go a little... I will not go to ×8, but Let's go quick opening. Villagers bumping a bit into each other there. The boar. Muisca, yes, Muisca. I've been playing quite a bit with the Muisca. Not well, but having fun. I think when you have too much fun, you start playing worse because you want to, you want to try too many cute things. So we see two thieves with settlements. Mapuche are the ones who can produce units from the settlements. Yes. Spearman and Skirmisher. They can produce trash, except the scouts. I mean, they have no scouts. Yeah, from the settlement, they can produce all trash units. And settlements, in some map spawns, they can be superb in granting you like double resources and be efficient, like, oh, there's gold close to the woodline. Land Madness does mitigate that advantage in quite a significant way. It's not something that's required for the thieves to be good, it's more of like an upside perk, like, ooh, I can get a settlement that also doubles up as a lumber camp and a mining camp. But here we don't see that placement. But I mean, since both of them are playing with the new American Thieves, it is even. We see the champions pushing up Sandier. Oh, champion scout. 2 champion scouts in the field. We see champion scout rush. I will soon go to ×1 speed. Unless they figure out it will be a permaban. Yeah. The thing is, this is a discussion I've had with fellow casters. Nowadays, there's so many thieves that are permabans that no thief is a permaban. The power has crept up so much, and we need to slow down because we see Shark Drown on Water going forward. And this gets spotted, so buying a little bit of time for Tofu to react. And Blacksmith Market, that's not your... Fast Castle is not what you want to go for when you're getting rushed. Ooh, close. Nice attempt there with a Champion Scout. The only versus strong Civ are Romans. Romans are a great Civ. These need to do something. Right now, they're just idle economy. And the opponent, Tofu, already clicked up to Castle Age. And oh, this is a Phosphorus. I was about to say, this can be the 2p Phosphorus. It is 100%. You just need to check for it, and it is happening. And probably Shark knew that this is what they are facing and went forward exactly because of that. Wants to strike before the Phosphorus arrives. I mean, but you have a market, you already have 580 stone. It's going to be difficult. I think every time I've cast the 2p Phosphorus, funnily enough, the 2p Phosphorus lost. The 2p all-in Blackwood Archer. Every time I played, I saw 2p win. Either on my side or my opponent's side. And I've seen them be quite dominant. But I've never cast a 2p... Like, it looks amazing every time I've cast it, and then somehow 2p always end up losing. It feels like they should win. And the villagers are going down. That's already only 23 villagers, and you need some eco. You need eco to sustain your production. Yeah, this tower is great. There's still another gold there. Yeah, that castle will protect that gold and some wood for the Blackwood Archers. Attacking these buildings. Castle will go up uncontested. 22 villagers. And now it will be Tofu's time to shine. A lot of Blackwood Archers will spawn, probably non-stop. And Mapuche will fight a game to survive. And defending in this map is not easy. This is not an easy map to just build some walls, buy time, reach Castle Age, and get some mangonels to flatten those Blackwood Archers. A market is a nice target, but they are here to spawn at the same time. They produce fast, they walk fast, they are extremely low HP, but that doesn't matter if there's a million of them flattening all your eco. We do see... Will it be a counter archer? Killing the market is 5. Yeah, I agree. Your opponent's eco is a mess. In this type of openings. And now taking down the... Blacksmith is also a great target. Fletching is up, but probably won't get Bulk Arrow. Defensive Watchtower. Yeah, that's the thing also about the 2P Blackwood Archer pressure, is that towers can buy you a lot of time. I mean, you can micro away from them. So far, Shark is ahead. Oh, the Blackwood Archers are here, but yeah. But this now will be a conga line of units. And they will be annoying everywhere. I mean, what's that accuracy? Are they targeting the farm? Okay, it's targeting the... I was like, is that trying to hit a villager? I mean, targeting farms, and look at how fast they go down. Because this is 5 units. I think the farm doesn't idle the field anymore. Oh, did it used to do that? He's only half a man, true. 20 military units on the field. Oh, there's... Yeah, that was structural on water. Going to click up to Castle Age soon, but villager count is starting to get even. This was all about the timings. And that's a lot of units. Mari. Yeah, 17 in box formation. And they will, the numbers will... The thing is, like, CA, they skill forever, for example, and like late game units, they are extremely strong and everything. This is a strong army, true. One mango shot, one scorpion out in the field, and they are literally a paper tiger. They can crumble down so fast as well. So I think the game is still completely open. I think this is still anyone's game. And it is, I think right now, Shark has a rougher game. I think it's easier for Tofu to play this game than it is for Shark, especially because he even out the eco and everything. His base is safe-ish. Oh, this villager here. It's easier to be the aggressor. Oh, nice. I love getting fletching for the towers. I think that's very important. Oh, yeah. That was an attempt at walling the tower. You can't get ballistics yet, sadly. That would really help the towers as well. Yeah, the things about towers defense is that there's always one angle where the archers can find damage. And ooh, the ram follow-up is great. And the timing, like, if this ram was 2 minutes later, your opponent already has mangoes. The timing was really good. Even with a villager repairing. Now you need siege. I think it's the only thing you can do right now is drop a siege workshop. But it's so rough. I think 2P already done enough damage. I think Tofu, who is, of course, he's the high reload player of the two. He's favored here. I think he's done enough. Both in defense, has defended well enough, and has done enough damage now. That's probably 4 more villagers that are going to go down soon. And we see the first mangonel on the way. Thing is, I think right now, even if Tofu loses every single one of those Blackwood archers to a mangonel shot, he's still in a great position. Man, even the freaking tiger is helping. The Blackwood Archers. First mango is there. Counter mango. So we will probably see some dance of the mangoes. Ooh. That's spotted already. I don't think so, but probably soon. 25 to 40 villagers. Mango is here. Come on, give us a money shot. Even if you don't win the game. Let's go. Let's go. No, they are faster. You have wheels. Wheels. No, dodge micro. Repair. The game is lost for Shark, I believe, but give us the money shot. Go, 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 go. No. Go, go, go. Yes. No. Oh, that's half. Oh, but the damage, the DPS, there's so many arrows. And the Mega goes down. And each, like, the economy is so bad with only 25 villagers. Each one of those... Taking down a mango is like taking down a yacht. Like, these are like Vauxhall Corsas, Opel Corsas. And that's a freaking yacht. More unit bits, less unit. And hello, technical tea time. Welcome on in. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, nice micro from Shark. Technical tea time. This event is really cool. Welcome on in. There is a website, and my link is not working for the website. I apologize, but you can search Castle Rush Clash. Oh, Castle Rush Solo. And you should find the event page or join the Discord. Mango, they're doing work. Yeah, and the thing is, our camera is only there. Our camera is entirely on Shark's base, and that's usually a bad sign for Shark. You don't want to be the target of the camera in these games usually. You want to be cast, but you don't want to have the caster looking at you. Nice. Definitely winning the Mango v Mango war. That's 3 mangoes on, and 2 mangoes are infinitely harder to micro again than against 1. I just think Fofu's economy behind this is already too strong. It has Snowball out of control with a heal bonus there. Ooh. Oh, third mango, but goes down. Oh, juicy shot. That's 8 kill. Ooh, and some more. Give us the juicy shots. Become the dream of the people. Fulfill our hopes. Destroy the tyranny of the 2P Blackwood Archer rushes. But that's what makes this build so strong. Is that that's quote-unquote inconsequential at this point. That's why this build is good. And losing that Siege Workshop, I feel like it's kind of like almost losing the game at this point. I think the Siege Workshop is more important than the TC right now. Ooh. And GG's called. This build is so strong. I think Shark had the good call of doing a lot of pressure early on. But once the Blackwood Archer spawned, defense becomes way too hard. Maybe some skirms, but I don't think Feudal Age skirms can stop 2P Archer spam. GG. Yeah, I think there's a reason why so many pros always ban, when they have more bans, always ban these Meso civs. Let me link the website. Oh, I can't copy it on the other computer and paste it on this one. Damn you, technology. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay, here's the link on Twitch. Should work if anyone wants to see more info. And let me go to the Castle Rush page and show you guys how things are going. Look at the brackets. Oh, freaking Andy has won. So we have Tofu versus Bananji right now. We're just watching Tofu. Oh, the freaking Andy hasn't won yet because it's best of 3 now. Semifinals. We're already in the semifinals. The tournaments are promoted, and it makes sense that they can last up to 6 hours. This will be fast. So crazy. Already in the semifinals. No zombie. Beat Max and Mats. Mats is also quite a strong player. Tofu here, Bananji, and to show you tactical tea time, we have here all the matches. And let's go for Tofu versus Bananji. Wait, I've casted both, and I haven't cast either. But the thing is, I saw spoilers from game 1, and this will probably take longer. I think we go for Tofu versus Bananji live time, and then we can go from that one live straight to the finals. I think that's the best call, because this started later. I think that way we will have no interruptions. And by the way, tactical tea time, just to show you, if you're still here, this page has everything. Like the map drafts, game info, you just press here spectate and it opens up the match in Capture Age. Oops. Let me go to this mode. We are going to watch Tofu versus Bananji. D3 World Racer Series. Nice, nice. And there's it. France versus England is also today, right? The football match, France versus England for 3rd and 4th place. That's like in 2 hours from now. Or do I have the times wrong? Oh, 4 hours. Oh, okay. We are safe. 19 GMT. 21 GMT. Yeah, 19 GMT would be what I was expecting. The only match I saw was Portugal lose versus Spain. That's the only match I saw. I'm not a vivid football fan. I'm not like I usually don't watch, like, even when it's teams I rarely watch, but I'm Portuguese, so we are like contractually bound to enjoy watching football, and I like to watch the Euro and I mean, I don't watch a lot of them, but just following the scores and banter a little bit with friends. And like, oh, England versus France, it's the return of the 100 Years' War. Let's go. But I'm not someone who will be like, oh, this team lost, referees, and things like that. And I follow a lot of the AOE2's scene, and that's enough for me. That's the best sport already. Oh, the Norwegians. The Norwegians became the team became really beloved because of the Haaland memes. Haaland, where's the blue? Just like his dad. And they are both from the same team, Tofu and Bananji. I just realized. I used to remember what the ROR stand for, but I forgot. The rowing pits. Yes. Rules of Rome. Thank you, Frozen Hot Pepper Pizza. I was like, Return of Rome? No, that's a different thing. Rulers of Rome. And hello to the semifinals. And this is a best of 3 now. This is the Castle Rush tournament. Whoever wins this, the believer, it's Red Believe in chat. The winner will take home $25. Second, third place takes nothing. What's up, dorks? Hello, welcome in. We'll work for ice cream. I know that name. I've seen your name in Discords and Age of Empires stuff. Welcome on in, welcome on in. We are watching Wu versus Burgundians, Bananji versus Tofu on Fortified Clearing. These are two very solid players. And yeah, winner takes it all. This is the semi-final. Whoever wins this can... It is likely that their opponent will be Freaking Andy, who is the favorite to win it all. But Freaking Andy is also playing against someone who I'm sad if I won't get to guess any of their matches. Freaking Andy's opponent. Let me check just the name here. Nosh Zombie. I mean, you just have to make choices when you're casting something live. I wanted to see Nosh Zombie playing, especially because he's playing his third set, but I'm saying that he can beat Freaking Andy. It is a possibility. So we'll see how things go there on that front. We are watching the other half of the semifinals. It is Tofu versus Bananji. I've cast. Let's use the correct verbs or else I get flamed. I've cast both of them. In the past, both Bananji and Tofu, and I think I've also cast them in the tournament. How's it going in casting? Fun have back to back. This is great. This is great, that's the Nox. Like, I was thinking about maybe going for a break or something, taking some time. Nah. Non-stop, I will go all the way up to the finals. Just gotta stay hydrated. And I do want to say, because currently I am in a streaming break because I'm working on personal projects. If I was not on a streaming break, I would be back to cast more of this next week, or even because there's 3 tournaments per week. For those of you who don't know, 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3. 2v2 and 3v3 will be played along the next week, and then there will be more. Yeah, and exactly. 3 tournaments a week, every single week. Tactical tea time. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. And by the way, Tactical Tea Time, I'm bantering with him. He's a fellow caster who was not active for like 8-9 years, it feels like. And now he has returned in full force. Tactical Tea Time. I don't have exclusivity rights. I think Astenox welcomes anyone to cast this. So you have 3 tournaments a week. While I'm in my break, pick whatever you want. Pick one up. 8-hour cast. It was 1.5 years and I got married. Worth it. Well, I'm currently doing a 2-month streaming break. I do breaks on my break for events like this. I'm not getting married in these 2 months. It's not part of my plans. I'm writing a book. But yeah, Bananji with the Woo. And the Woo are one of the best sieves for infantry shenanigans. Burgundians, and this is great versus Burgundians. Burgundians are the grid sieve. Burgundians are one of those sieves that changes the game. If you're playing versus Burgundians, you need to be aggressive. And this is so good. The scout there, not over chasing, being a bit disruptive. A loom is now on the way, and that's going to be a much later village timing. When you're playing Burgundians, you want to boom. If you just boom your own way, you get away with the game. And that is why when I talk about game-shifting civilizations, they are civilizations that it's not how much they change your play. That was... Is this Hera? I feel like I'm usually casting 900, 1000, 1500 elo players. Like, this is so cool. To see players pull things like that, just keeping a wheel out of that scout HP. And Bananji wants to go on the aggression. You want to use the scout to try and block the villager pathing to make your mana times more efficient. That's a great call. And this archery range now from Bananji as the follow-up. And we just saw Bananji play this map, going full defensive and then winning because of his solid defense. Now the roles have been completely flipped. This is the opposite of what we saw. And we see Man at Arms on the way. Tofu now. Here's the alarm bells ringing. He's going to reinforce there with palisades. And even getting some arson there to help shred these palisades. Even going forward with the villager that killed the barracks and all. Tofu is click, click, click. Get those palisades up. No hole, no gap. But the archery is on the way now. Imagine, you place a diagonal gate and you wall them in. Problem is you have nothing to punish the wall in. And now the archer is here, targeting the builder villagers. That's so much wood. That's the advantage of res collected. And now we see, yeah, the defensive tower. And sometimes you play defensive towers like you are planning them. It's something that you knew you wanted to do beforehand. This is a reaction defense tower. This is emergency. And we see Bananchi, okay, you reinforce one place, I go pressure the other. But no KD at all. And remember, this forces idle economy, this is disruptive, this is annoying. At the end of the day, if no damage is done at all, Burgundians are getting away with the game because of the earlier eco upgrades. But this is meaningful damage. Burgundians already on the way to Castle Age. How do these players make this work? Like, I'm impressed with the attack, but I'm even more impressed with how does this attack isn't more disruptive. I think the fanning is harder than attacking, and I'm so surprised the players can mitigate the damage like this. Like, all of those palisades were a shenanigan. They worked. And now stone walls here, there are less tiles to defend. And now you can't push these stone walls. Take forever. Okay, villager pathing there. A bit wonky. And I'm also glad we did see some 700 ELO players signing up and 1k ELO players, but I'm also glad that we had enough good players sign up that we have a final with 2 players sitting at 2600 ELO. And this is a semi-final. This isn't even the grand final, and we are already at this level. Of course, eco at home is safe. We see Pananji spamming the res, having everything balanced. Snipes another villager there. We'll snipe another one. Oh, that one gets away. The thing about Burgundians as well is that you can add some knights and everything, but there's not going to be a huge Castle Age power spike for the Burgundians. Even if they are to Castle Age much sooner, what can you do with that Castle Age now? You're behind 10 villagers. You're behind 1500 res. You can build siege for defense and a monastery. That's a good goal. And Tofu just getting the last amounts of profit that he can. Like taking down the blacksmith. Monastery is great too, because getting earlier age up, you can go for all the relics. And Stephanie on YouTube, welcome on in. Having a great week. Covering a cool new tournament in Age of Empires. This is a weekly tournament where it's weekly, it's played every week. And the tournament goes from start to finish in like 4, 5, 6 hours. I started streaming an hour and a half ago roughly, and we are already in the semi-finals. This is a best of 3, and right now Bananji is in the lead, but the opponent has some siege. That Mango can be very happy soon, and there's like this a tower defense pathing. Ooh, could have been worse. No units got flattened. 2-0 KD, all military KD. Oof. I'm like, oof, I need a breather as well. I feel like I'm doing a play-by-play, like the radio. Imagine Age of Empires radio commentary. And the Mango goes in, and we'll see the archer dodge. I think it would be impossible to do radio commentary with people have no having no visual cues for what is happening. Yeah, Mangonel's getting repaired. We'll take down this tower over time. 11. Ooh, I really like these stone walls because you know you're going to be later to Castle Age. You know that a counter attack can be coming. You need to buy yourself a defense. You see the dance of the archers versus the villager. Oh, and thank you for the subscription, Stephanie, over on Twitch. Thank you for the support. Anyone who has a Twitch Prime, if you want to support me and the Age of Empires community and me as a person, always welcome any subs. It does make a difference. Go, villager. Is that fully walled? I think there's a tree there. It's not fully walled. I thought so. Okay, the scout's just passing. How are we for relics? 2 relics already. Yeah, clearing that. It doesn't feel huge, this. Like, oh, you lose 1. Like, that's one of the drawbacks of these forward pushes. It's not that huge, but this is just... This is damage that Tofu is getting quote-unquote for free now. Taking down houses, draining your wood supplies, and at the same time adding a second TC. I'm looking forward also to have to hearing from the players, because I only have the caster experience. I hope from the staff everything is going smoothly. Oh, just punch. Imagine if you get redemption and start converting these houses just to be annoying. Yeah, we see a punch back. And this game, despite the heated start, will slow down into a late game match. Now, in the late game, there's a period in mid game that I prefer the Wu. With John Swordsman. Yeah, the John Swordsman are on the way. But I think that's a very short power spike. And I think the fact that we are in a closed map, sieges in the field, that power spike will not matter in this setup. And if this goes late game, I prefer the Burgundians. I think the fact that Tofu survived the pressure without taking game losing damage, Tofu is the favorite to win right now. In a better position for sure, in my opinion. With the relics collected, that's going to help late game. With oh, that's just decorative. Okay. With the relics collected, with Burgundians as your sieve, and with Burgundians relics are also giving you a trickle of food. Remember to hydrate everyone. Yeah, monks are one of the best counters to infantry. We see a John got converted there. And ooh, nice follow-up. I think everything that I was saying, like, oh, late game, like super late game favors Burgundians and everything. Players at TC will know that. I'm not teaching them. I'm teaching the viewers and providing my commentary. They know. And so we see the Fire Archer transition. Fire Archers are great versus fortifications and siege. I forgot about I love this transition right now. I think this is exactly what Baranji needed. I feel like if both of them just stay home. Yeah, if both of them stay home and the pressure gets eased up, I think it would just be game 4 Tofu. Fire Archers super legit and massive. Yeah. We've seen. I think there was a period where everyone thought Fire Archers were pure garbage. Especially in Red Bull Wololo, I think, because of the format, the timing and everything. I think they underperformed quite often and gave a poor impression. But I think they are really solid. Oh, hi. Hello there. Oh, I'm just replying. I don't have chat on screen. Basically, I decided to try streaming a little bit without chat on the Capture Age stream because I wanted things to look clean. That's what I wanted for today, and I will try more with this format. Me reading out the comments in chat and not having chat on screen. I like having chat on screen for most situations, but I feel like there's so much information in Capture Age Overlay already that adding even the chat would be even more information, and I wanted things to look neat. And we see a second forward castle. More Fire Archer production, more pressure. But please also feel free to provide feedback if you're like, I'm never watching a stream again, how dare you not put chat on screen? Or if you're like, oh, this actually does look quite clean. And especially if anyone watches the VOD on YouTube, because I double stream to Twitch on or YouTube, let me know in the comments down below if you think the less clutter screen provides a more clean viewing experience. I have both settings prepped up, so if I want to change from one to the other, it's literally just pressing 2 buttons. Quick, make me a mod so I can ban any naysayers. That's like, yeah. Yeah, we see the Fire Archers. And by the way, there's 2 things when it comes to Age of Empires. For example, Teutonic Knights. One of the coolest looking units and concepts. They are 9 out of 10 situations not that good. Fire Archers, when it comes to the coolness factor, I love their flavor. Having freaking archers like intercontinental ballistic arrows targeting fortifications. I love the flavor of Fire Archers. Tofu will click up to Imperial Age now. Yeah, exactly, on the clock. And his relics. Oh, he evacuated the relics to a backwards monastery. One of his most important conditions right now. And he's kind of using his old base as a way to buy time. Oof. Oof. Rough. Rough, rough. No, don't lose them all. That was such... Those 15 seconds were really bad for Bananji. Yeah, everything stacked. Fire is a good thing, says Sugi Yamagawa. Fire Archers are a cool thing. Yeah, Fire Archers are amazing. The monastery has been evacuated. Yeah, the amalgamation. The power of engineering. The amalgamation of mechanisms. Collapsing the Fire Archer formation. And that's, by the way, this is also a sign of high-level play. Not going just mangoes, not going just scorpions, not going 1 scorpion or 2. Like, this mix of siege is also one of the things that makes it hard to micro against. Because you're trying to snipe the scorpions. Like, having siege like this makes it harder to pressure. And now we'll see Imperial Age, and Burgundians in Imperial Age do have access to Burgundian... I know, Burgundian Vineyards is a Castle Age tech. Yeah, what they have is good Hussar transition and everything, because stable techs are cheaper. They also have great gunpowder. The Fire Archers are still doing... Like, this is a great target. This is a great find to find that DC and to melt it. Don't evacuate. No! That was so good. Don't retreat. Keep going. Okay, that's one of the... I mean, probably he has another target or things like that. One of the most important things in Age of Empires, I don't think that was the cause here. It was probably just a reprioritization due to the mental trigger. When your opponent age ups is the #1 occasion where you should strike. Because aging up does not provide you a power spike in the moment. It grants access to technologies. And at the moment you aged up, you just spent res and have no return yet. When you see that age up pop up, it means, okay, I need to double down the pressure I'm doing. I have like 2-3 minutes where I should pack up the... really put up the heat and Yeah, we need an answer to this siege. And the Burgundians have access to redemption, but it isn't clicked. Because our own mangoes... Yeah, the extra range versus siege would be too much. Ooh, oh, this is a nice engagement for the fire archers now. So many went down, and now there's costliers. They look so cool. The freaking... What's that? Pardich? I think that's the name of that weapon. Being swung around. Yeah, that was... I think that was needed. It was a mistake, but it was a needed mistake. You needed to engage. It's like... okay, I need to do one final push. Yeah, it was rough. And the thing about the fire archers alone is that, for example, if you're doing mango versus mango, you can quote-unquote force engagements and things like that. I feel like the fire archers cannot force your opponent to misstep. Like, they are lacking... like, by themselves alone, they are not providing any threat to the siege. And yeah, bombard cannons now supported by trebs. Castle Imperial Age is still a bit far away. Things are quite stable in the sides. And now we see the revenge. I don't know, these are villagers going back. I thought these were Tofu's villagers going for his own forward castle. And yeah, the Burgundians. You have 6 relics giving you gold and food. You don't have Burgundian vineyards yet, but you can get them in the future. Your Burgundians. The game has calmed down. You are extremely happy. You can get all the upgrades now. Costly. They have a charge attack, right? Yeah, that far underneath. They do look cool. Yeah, these castles, that's a problem once again with forward buildings. I mean, these were the correct call for the moment. I will not judge these forward castles. But now you lose them, and now you lost production. Yeah, we see a new castle. I wouldn't mind even having this castle even more further back. Ooh, damn. Yeah, those walls are just annoying you. Your line of defense is here. Yeah, survive long enough for the broken eco to start cooking. Exactly. Bananji's house. Only 2 minutes of house time. I love that. The new display on cartridge showing the house time feels like it was added just for the single purpose of making players look bad. Idle TC time is informative. This is also informative, but I feel like it just makes feel... knowing your house time just makes you feel bad. Man, that's 6 bombard cannons, 2 trebs, a flock of costly eased up on the siege. I mean, the siege was not eased up, just the age of mango is over, the age of gunpowder here, and that's, yeah, this castle, I would love to have it more towards the back. It's just a target. And now the whole army is here. We see the upgrades on the way. Halberdier, Squires, Bracer, Chemistry. That's still 1 minute that your opponent has. An elite costly is on the way. Husbandry. Forging, so your opponent is also getting upgrades. Those TCs, those are the only 2 TCs. They will melt. Oh, the costly is targeting the farm. I think the fire archers, how will they perform versus the costly? The costly have a lot of HP. And they are melting the fire archers. The fire archers don't have enough DPS. Let's select only fire archers and costly. Like, look at the HP is too high. And they are elite now. Everything is just melting. The eco is crumbling and GG is called. Really cool game. Really cool game. I like how Bananji was non-stop with the pressure as he should. But it wasn't enough. It was not enough. Tofu held, and Tofu fought back, and Burgundians are so strong. Burgundians. Yeah, interesting matchup. Definitely an interesting matchup. And now the game 2 will be on Nomad. Let me press spectate. Okay. Yeah, basically, technical tea time if you're still there. Let me, how would this? Okay, I will show behind the scenes of my other computer. Does it not show anything? No. Yeah, I just click spectate here. This is the website of Castle Rush. I just click spectate here and it opens the match in Age of Empires. Like spec dashboard and spec dash. Like today is a particular good day to promote the the website because spec dashboard was down for me. So it is a particularly good day if anyone in chat asks why not why go through the extra trouble. The answer was given today. If Captain's Mode was also down today, I would blame the organization of intentional sabotage. I would blame. I jest. No throwing stones here. I think the name of the match was, the lobby was named Tofu versus Noobji. I think. I don't know if I missaw that. Elendil. Hello, Elendil, aka Zelda. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. They don't know. Noobji. Who won? I stepped away from the drink. Bananji won. And look at this start. Tofu won. Tofu won, and now we have but yeah, Elendil aka Zelda. Have you seen the new addition to Capture Age? I think you'll really like it. I think you'll really like it. Do you see anything new here, Elendil? I don't know if you've been spoiled about that. This spawn here. This is going to be an intense match, and they are symmetrical. Red TC, blue dog, red TC, red dog, blue TC. So they will, like, whoever grabs this board first will be a great advantage. They are both competing over the same res, and Bananji knows that. Okay, I will just see the luring of the board here, because it is quite difficult with, I mean, at this hilo, probably it will be very safe. Yeah, extremely safe. Yeah, they are not in firing range. Close, but it's 5 tiles. I have grid off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roughly, they have... I think if they build a farm, the farm won't be ranged. I think a farm will be 1 tile away at this age. With fletching and everything, I think later it will be in range. Okay, Zelda, they added a new stat just for you, which is time housed. This bottom is how long you spent housed in the game. It's a new stat that is displayed in Capture Age, and I feel like it was added just for you. For no particular reason. Let me keep hydrating. I like how you're playing this standard, you're walling the small spots and everything. None of them, like, if there's a match where you would gain from stream sniping, it would be this one. Do not cheat, folks. But, wow, they have no idea they're this close to each other. And there's no treaty here, so they didn't see the yellow lines when the TCs were going up. I wonder who will be the first one to notice. Maybe one of them goes forward. This is standard normal. They might have a 3D. I think it would have displayed. I think I would have seen it in Capture Age if they had the 3D. I would have seen the yellow line around the building TC. I'm expect like if we see one of them. Like I have no idea if they're dodging each other on purpose because they know, or if this is just it looks very intentional. Maybe they do know. Maybe the 3D does not display on Capture Age, and maybe they do know. No, they don't know. That is 100% that they don't know. Yeah, now they do. That's just confirmed. That was 100% confirmation that they didn't know. And it's rough because you're playing Kitans. Ooh. That's horrible for the Kitans. I think that TC doesn't range a farm, but ranges a pasture because pastures are bigger. Yeah, the reaction time there was just amazing. And Kitans, like Melee with a faster age up and everything. And Melee already, like from the get-go, have a 1 villager or 2 villager lead due to PC time. And now that's going to be even more relevant because they took down a villager. I think Bananji has... Oh no, Bananji... No, what am I saying? Don't... It's because right, left, red, blue, they, like... He's the Titan, so he's the one that has trouble. Bananji lost a villager, but he's Malay, so it's not that bad. And Kitans have better hulks, true. I've never seen that pay up big time, if I'm honest. 2 dogs, very symmetrical. A lot of scouting with the sheep. I love sheep scouting. How it looks. Reminds me of like ant colony pathings or things like that. This is just two eyes and a smile here. But yeah, love the TC stare down. Pastures will need to be added to the side and up. I've played Titans quite a bit, and I've played Melee quite a bit. It will reach a point where I can say that of every single civ. These are 2 civs that I'm familiar with. I do love Feudal Age scout pressure. I do think here it won't happen at all. I think both players are going fast castle. It's... Even though they are this close to each other, I don't think there's any meaningful damage you can do in Feudal Age. I think the water economy just fast forwards your castle age timing. I think both of them are just going to go fast castle ASAP. And then what do the Kitans go for? Liao Tao? No. I don't like Kitans that much here, to be honest. I much prefer the Malay. I much prefer the Malay here for Bananji. Malay have good everything. They... If this goes to a castle... Ooh, a castle here. He'll go for CA as Kitans, true. And Kitans do have access to heavy CA in Castle Age. Yeah, Kitans are quite solid in Castle Age. I feel like it's in Imperial Age that they start falling back a little bit. Yeah, this could be a fast castle. And yeah, we see Bananji. Where is he mining stone from? Ah, here. It's going to be a castle drop. That's a good call. And you're playing with the Malay. Malay have superb castle drops. Yeah, fast castle into... I don't think that will happen, but if you could take down your opponent's TC before it reaches castle, it's just GG. But even then, taking down a TC, quote-unquote, for free It's just such a massively good exchange. And I think Bananji will be able to pull it off, and that's nice because that means we'll have a game number 3. I love that. Like, Age of Empires has a lot of good and horrible sounds. For example, the conversion sounds from the monks will give nightmares to any player. Like the when you lose a unit, that's nightmare inducing. If there's one good sound, is the wood chopping sound. Like, mining sound is also relaxing, but wood cutting is peak Age of Empires ASMR. Yeah, we don't see blacksmith market. Like, this house here, this wall here, I mean, protects this economy. Any strategy for this map is weird. We see Castle Age. The fox and the llamas, especially the fox. What does the fox say? It says, extremely loud. That's what the fox says. I remember when in Red Bull Wallow, depending on the days, audio was better or worse, or depending on when you were sitting. I remember one of the days when I was sitting, all I could hear was like mumble, like and I couldn't understand T90, and then I just said from the freaking llamas. By the way, I'm saying that about the audio and everything, like 10 out of 10 experience Red Bull Wallow, especially at the Royal Albert Hall. Crazy cool things. Yeah, Malay already 15 seconds away. Yeah, 2 minutes to Castle Age. I mean, water economy will be safe, but this castle... And the thing is, we often talk about that villager was going to try to build something to stop the castle, but it was too slow. We often talk about aggressive versus defensive castles. Why not both? That's why this castle is so good. It not only is pressuring your opponent's TC, it will stay up and it will defend your own TC in the long run. This is a 10 out of 10 castle. I mean, it's not creative. It's not like this is the perfect castle. Exactly, it doesn't have creativity points. It's like obvious, but it's just good. This is a perfect castle, I agree. And we see even stone walls there behind, like, they know. Tofu knows, okay, I'll need to evacuate that area. Nothing else can be done. The only purpose of that TC will be to research Castle Age. It's like, a lot of players here would go for, like, sunk cost fallacy. It's on you, it's on your opponent, it's on the TC directly as close as it can be. Yeah, and now the problem is, not only is there a castle in your face, that castle is producing karambits. And Siege does counter them, but it's gonna be tough. I wonder if you send... That log there only has 18 wood. Click 2 villagers there, that would be such a big brain play. Send 2 villagers there to cut that log. And villagers look like karambits, so your opponent will not see them. Ooh, do not produce out of this TC. Do not kill villagers, no! You're just throwing food away. I mean, a ram also works. Not as cute as cutting these 2 trees. But it does work. And the Kitans don't have a blacksmith, so there will be no... Like, the blacksmith upgrades will not be relevant. We do see... I like the stonewalling to secure our side of... And I wasn't talking about water. Malay took down some ships here. While all of that was happening, there was water, by the way, at the same time. 4 fishing ships went down here. All of this KD, almost all of that was water. If I was playing this game, this would happen. The same thing as well. I would just be looking at land and then lose on water. Here, both of them did look at water. And Kitans do have forging already. So their water becomes slightly better. Yeah, here's the blacksmith. I was so focused on the castle play that I was oblivious to everything else that was happening. Then that villager to cut the tree. That's why, by the way, that's why they are not setting the villager to cut the tree. Because while I spent 2 minutes commenting on that 3. They're also doing this, they're also doing that. They're also doing this. 2 versus 1, the 2 win. Hulks? I think Hulks were a fine addition to the game. I'm not a big fan of a lot of garrisoning and firing arrows. I think the Hulks themselves were a good addition. 2 TCs for both players. Ooh, that's... And we did see Bananji play Warrior Priest Ram Pressure in one of the other games, in one of the other sets. That can be quite lethal. At least it will take down another TC. And TCs are expensive. And I love the addition of the Mega. Ooh, nice shot. That shot was gold. That shot was so important. And GG's called. We are going to a match number 3. Both of them fighting for a place in the finals. GG, well played. Man, I prefer melee as a Civ, especially for Nomad. But the spawn really favored the melee. The fact that they spawned so close was extremely positive for the melee player. For Bananji. He did exchange GG in chat, and now we go on to Alpine Lakes. Spectate. I'm becoming a Bananji fan. Let's go, tea time! I think you'll become more of a Bananji fan even more when you see the next matchup. And by the way, since I can stream this. Look at their rankings. Bananji, top 46 in the world. Tofu, top 38 in the world. Like, that's... Yeah, tactical tea time. When you are this high of a ranking, these are 2 top 50 players playing against each other. It's one of those crazy things, is that we are used to watching a little bit of lower elo. If any of these players played against the players that we usually see, they would crush them. Because they are paired against each other, they seem more balanced. Like, none of them seems absolutely crushing because they are playing even opponents. They know that. That's why I said before that I'm not teaching. If they watch the VOD, they won't learn anything from me. They already know. They already know their stuff. Okay, let me put Bananji in the red. Yeah, this is the same as you versus DC. And let's go to match number 3 in this best of 3. This is the semifinals. Whoever wins this goes on through the grand finals of the Castle Rush Solo Clash 1v1 tournament. This is their first edition. They are planning on repeating this event every single week. So if you're watching this and thinking, damn, I missed the sign up, I wanted to play this. Well, no worries, there's one next week. And in the red we have Bananji playing as one of the fan favorite civs, the Celts. And in the blue, we have Tofu playing as one of the professional favorite civs, the Chinese. This is a civ that the fans love, the Celts, and I mean, they are good. And the Chinese are just a superb civ. Also, I want to say that I did the best of 1 format first. True, tactical tea time, true. Deep BRC. To what that means, but let's go. And of course, I wonder if they're going to dock, if they're going to get some of these snappers and salmon. Ooh, salmon. Ooh, yesterday, I had one of my favorite dishes for lunch. That's the best thing. I love Dark Age. I love not skipping Dark Age because I can tell stories like this. It's part of the charms of Age of Empires. Yesterday for lunch, I had bagels with salmon, cheese, and rucola. No, rucola. How do you say rucola in English? Arugula, I believe. Rucola is in Portuguese. I think in English it's arugula. Basically, salad, cheese, and smoked salmon inside bagels. It was so freaking good. It was the 1v1 tourney. Talk about the game. I'm looking over my dead tourney. What is tactical tea time? What is broken can be reforged, or adapted, or evolved. There is no truly dead format in Age of Empires. And I think both of them are going for the docks. Yeah. None of them going for the Javasty approach. Both of them going for some docks. Grabbing some salmon here. Oh, tofu chipped away quite a bit of the at the scout. Yeah, technical tea time. By the way, I don't want to speak in name of the organizers, but what they are creating is a platform. They have this weekly format that I'm promoting. They have a platform, and I think they are welcoming people like, oh, I want to organize tactical tea times 1v1 Colosseum Bonanza version 2. I think you can do it through their platform. I don't know if there's any conditions, how the things work. But you can contact them. You are in the Discord. I saw you there. You cannot elude me. So just hit them up. I generally will. I want to run it, and I am into full-time content and casting again, so I have the time to organize and run it too. Let's go. I mean, and also... no! What a reversal. You get overconfident, and I can't mimic the Darkest Dungeon voice, but overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Yeah, an overstep there, and you are so happy to be the only one with a scout. You can spot rushes earlier, you can spot all of that jazz, you can scout around your opponent's eco, know where their gold is. You have so many plans. The higher elo you are, the more valuable scouting information is, because low elo players don't know what to scout, don't know what to spot, don't know what they have the information, and then don't know what to do with it. Players at this elo know what to be at the lookout for. Okay, where are my opponent's gold spawns? Where is he taking lumber from? Is he on berries yet or not? Does he have a barracks up? And right now, you're unilaterally gathering information, and that's huge. Look at how barren Tofu's vision is. If he wants to pressure, he will have to look for the scouts. I like how we have Tetris Gold versus Tetris Gold, squiggly pieces versus the L piece. And I much prefer the L piece. However, is this foreshadowing that Bananji will take an L here? He will be struck down by the lightning of Tofu's micro and take the L and fall short before going to the grand finals. We will see. And then we have the square, a block, another fan favorite and another Tetris piece. Like, you can have 4 tile spawns that aren't Tetris pieces, I believe. Here we have these are 3 tile spawns, all Tetris shaped. But yeah, I was just saying, I think I didn't finish my thought. Of course, don't feel forced to use the tool Tactical Tea Time. I'm just promoting them and the website, and feel free to hit them up. I'm just a guy, just a dude. Stealth Militia are here, and hello, Mickey Kiki, welcome on in. A community legend that I also met at Red Bull Wololo, not El Renado, it was Londinium. Red Bull Wololo, Royal Albert Hall we go. Da, 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 na, 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 na. This is one reason I lose a lot of games, is that I had the stable and then I double down on the stable. This is the correct call. You see militia on your face. If you try to fight them back with cavalry units, you'll have a bad time. I really like the addition of the archery range with no hesitation at all. You have to go prep for my cast. No worries, I love the website when I export it. I'm nobody, but I work with anybody. We'll be coming back to watch the VOD after my stream. Let's go and have a good time, tactical tea time. Hope that your time is very tactical and very tea. At the same time that we had the pressure there, we see a tower here. And this... Why was this tower so threatening? Why were the villagers there? It all comes back to the scout. It all comes back to that information. You already know where you want to tower. That makes it so much easier. It's way harder when you're moving in the fog of war and you see, is this a good spot? Let's try it. When you can scout early on, this aggression flows much better. And we see an archery range here for the follow-up. Maybe some skirms to counter your opponent's incoming archers. We see one on the field. General second, yeah, only one kill. Yeah, taking down houses, fighting damage where you can. Another farm there. So far, farms going 6 versus 1. So Banant, you will have to think about farming. I mean, maybe going to fish trap instead of farming. And Zumo, welcome in Zumo on YouTube. Hope you are having a lovely time today. We are watching a semi-finals, and if you're wondering, oh, when is the finals? It is right after this. This is a tournament that progresses at a breakneck speed. Yeah, the archers now can force some units away, fighting back with the villagers, take down the scouts for free. To woke 80, no eco losses yet. Chinese are such a strong sieve. Chinese are one of the most versatile civs in the entire game. Good start with extra villagers. That's fast, no time for rest. No, and that's part of the charm of this tournament. First, I started casting in the round 1 of the tournament, and I'm already in the semi-finals. And also, it frees up a lot of schedule from the players. It's like you don't have to save a whole week for a tournament. It's just one day, a few hours, and tourney is done. And whoever wins it all takes home 25 bucks. Which is... it is money. I think it is... I mean, and considering... if this was a once-in-a-lifetime tournament, it's one thing. Considering it is a weekly tournament... those 25 bucks from 1v1 tournaments do ramp up. And they're also hosting 2v2 and 3v3. Okay, we see the counterattack from the scouts here. Chinese scouts. That's the power of the Chinese. They are so good at tech switching, at going a little bit of everything. They have good farms. They have cheaper technologies. They have a very complete tech tree. This scout counter pressure is so huge. 4 villagers down. Finding archer damage and everything. And those archers, imagine those archers are in the front, they're reinforcing the push. Now that no longer happens, and we see good micro. Those scouts don't have bloodlines, they have... oh, no upgrades on the scouts. They're just good. 5 eco deaths. And it's hard, like you're playing defense, you're adding another tower to counter your opponent's towers. And you found that much damage. Tofu here is in a much better position. And I think this is Tofu's home map. Adding more farms now. That's also huge. 3 farms versus 12. And not that many fish trap difference. So Tofu right now is in a great position. Clearing down this army now, that's a lot of archers. Ahead in rest collected already, playing as the Chinese. They do not fall off over the game. There are some civs that, okay, power spike early on. No. If anything, I think the Celts fall off more than the Chinese. So there's still game to be played. But Tofu is in the driver's seat now. Getting some upgrades on those scouts. I think was Bloodlines in. No, Bloodlines isn't in. Snipes, yeah, that's a lot of archers. Supported by scouts, that's a really powerful archer army. I think, economy-wise, scout archer opening is one of the hardest ones to pull off, but also probably the strongest opening there is. Such a powerful feudal age army. The towers do continue chipping away here, but not finding any real damage. Another tower there. You really want... Like, denying wood is extremely powerful. Your opponent now only has wood here on the backside, but it is hard to reach that backside. All of Tofu's economy is concentrated here, but this area is extremely safe. While here, this area is not extremely safe. We do see some dodges there. We see bloodlines on the way now, and none of them can afford to think Castle Age. Even with 53 eco units, you don't want to fall back in military, you don't want to ease under pressure. So both of them just getting more tech upgrades. Ooh, that's a lot of villagers there. And remember that Tofu is already ahead in the village count. Snipes a spearman, snipes another one. The scouts are a bit low from previous engagements, and the archers are more for Bananji in terms of numbers. Oh, nice engagements there with the scout tanking there really help. Focusing down the weaker archers. This gets cleared, but with enough value. 8 villagers down for Bananji. Even getting forging now. Is there a follow-up arming ready? It is, it's here. That's a lot of scouts and more archers. Taking down the archery range, taking down the 2 archery range production. I really like games with long feudals. I need, every time in my own gameplay, every time I try to bypass feudal age, I regret it. I need to play like they are playing. I just need to play like a 2600 yellow player and I'll be good. Even getting wheelbarrow, I love... Usually I speak against wheelbarrows in feudal age. If you're in a feudal age with 56 villagers, get it. It's one thing to be... I mean, those aren't all villagers, there's only 50 villagers. It's one thing to get wheelbarrow with 30 villagers, it's another thing to get it with 50. In a game like this, you should get wheelbarrow. 31 workers on food in feudal age is astonishing, and wheelbarrow will ramp it up even more. And with the Chinese, you have no lack of options for Castle Age. Oh, nice quick walls there. Some villagers do get walled on the outside. You see a defensive galley there. This game is going everything according to Tofu's plan. The KD is insane. Like, some of these engagements are suboptimal right now for Tofu. When you're this far ahead, you can... Because your opponent is behind you in the snowballing of the game, you losing units is not that bad if you're also removing things from your opponent. Training 1-to-1 or even slightly unfavorable is great for you because you're slowing down your opponent so much. And yeah, when your opponent is behind, every unit that he loses is extremely valuable. It's a lot of resets. Now he needs to add more army. He can't think of Castle Age once again because there's more reinforcements there. Still going, you seem to have had a gift for picking the right matches today. I do want to say that it isn't random. It is, I think, it's one of the skills that I've developed over my years as a caster. Maybe some of the other matches were great. Maybe we missed the best match of the tournament. I think I often have a good eye for spotting matches. And I do scout, I do often do a little bit of research on the players, on previous matchups, and things like that. Of course, I didn't scout every 16 players or 14 of this tournament in all the detail, but I do try to do some prep work. For example, if I didn't know the elos of the players beforehand, maybe I would have picked a more lopsided match. A little bit of research goes a long way. And that is to say, some one-sided matches can be really cool and really fun to both play and spectate. But today I focused on what I thought would be the most heated up. Yeah, and if you're Bananji right now, like, and no double BX, oh, yeah, no double BX, no horse collar. If you're Bananji right now, this is the moment where you're like, oof, am I gone? Yeah, the tower here getting sniped and even the upgrades. I think CR works so far and your casting is perfect. Oh, thank you so much. Frozen hot pepper pizza. I do my best. I really, yeah, the format was superb for me. And I do hope, like, they are going to stay around, hopefully. And I do want to cast more of this. I wanted to be here, like, tomorrow I have a huge car ride, and if this was tomorrow, I couldn't for sure cast it. It would be impossible. I'm so happy that it was specifically today. These are light cav, these are no longer scouts. They're extremely powerful, and they will melt everything here. More villagers go down. These are light cav, these are trash units. You are losing a lot of them, but you're delaying your opponent's snowball, you're taking down more villagers, and GG. I agree, one-day tourneys are underrated. GG, Tofu is victorious. We are moving on to the grand finals. Well played, Bananji. Brought us some great games. We did see Bananji beforehand doing that incredible defense, and in this set we saw that melee, the melee tower rush was so ruthless. Castle Rush, not Tower Rush. Castle Rush, it's the name of the tournament. GG, GG. And now, let me set up my things here. Because we are moving on to the grand finals. And I'm expecting it to be freaking Andy versus Tofu. And it is, and what a grand final! And they are, oh, let me... I will not be able to see chat with this, but let me see if you can see what I'm seeing here. Bananji Tofu. Lobby closed. Why don't what? Oh, not Bananji Tofu. Wait. Oh, I was showing the wrong window. Well, here, bracket. Oh, I think that was my stream showing up there. Hehe. Yeah, this is what I wanted. You can see here the admins also as part of the members, ready up until 11 minutes. Freaking Andy has been waiting. You have a little bit of time. Probably Tofu stretching a little bit. There's some ups and downs to it. On one hand, Tofu is more warmed up. On the other hand, he's also more tired. Alpine Leaks is great, I agree. Javasty here hopping in and out. The website is really cool. And we see, oh, we have the Civ Draft live. Picking any beds fortified clearing. What will Tofu bet? We haven't seen Socotra yet. I haven't cast a single match. I've cast all other maps. No Socotra. And we will see Socotra. I mean, maybe if it's freaking Andy's home map, he will not see it if he wins 2-0. But there is a possibility of Socotra here. Land Madness. For freaking Andy's home map. Alpine Leaks. We are going to start with Socotra. Let's go. Socotra first match. Malay ban. Is freaking Andy watching my streams and learning? I doubt it, but Maya, Malay, and Mapuche ban out of Tofu. I think that's also a good call. I like that we can see this chat here as well. Even for, like, I'm thinking about casting and seeing banter, but even for admins, the fact that the admins can see what the players are saying, it is better for the admins and it is better for the players. Because as a player, if there's some discussions like print screens and sets, so no, everything is out here in the public. And I think that's better. Georgians, always a good ban. Georgians, Malay, Maya for freaking any. 2P Japanese, Mapuche. Chinese first pick. I did just say that Chinese are one of the pros' favorite civs. Tofu was just playing the Chinese, and now he has lost that choice. Probably saying, that's exactly what I wanted to click. And remember, now I can say it, whoever wins this one will take the entire prize pool. It's winner take it all. Tofu? Click Tofu. Oof. Kitans? I wonder if this, because it's my first time seeing here, if they random due to running out of time, I wonder if we'll see the symbol or not, showing that it was random. Oh, there's no random button. At least not as a spectator. Kitans and Bengalis. Persians. Ooh, all solid do-it-all civs. Chinese and Persians. What would be next? Koreans. Koreans are in such a great spot right now. One of the S-tier civs in the game, in my opinion. Even better in Empire Wars format, but even in regular format. The towers, the skirm meta. Good in water maps. Goths. And Bengalis. Both Goths and Bengalis can do shenanigans. Bengalis can be a phosphorus style of build. Or something weird. What's the last pick? And it's cool that all of this is in the same tab so we can check. Ooh, Jurchens. Urchins. George. What's the last pick for freaking Andy? Yeah, freaking Andy starting the tournament. The elo gaps are not that high, but elo isn't everything. Freaking Andy, a lot of tournament experience, one of the top players. Definitely the favorite here. Wu as the last pick. Wu, Koreans, Persians, Chinese. So three Asians. I mean, Persians. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about three. Do Wu have? The Cannon, Spearman. What's their name? Why am I pulling a blank? Gunpowder Spearman. Fire Lancers, exactly. It doesn't show a random symbol. No, okay. It's here so that I can jump in, trash talk the players, and leave. Only one fire unit per sieve. Okay. Oh, let me. I'm just here standing idle. Game info, spectate, lobby found. So let me change to this scene as I change into my other computer. And I was very happy that people have said that, one, they are enjoying the format, but also I was happy that people said that they're enjoying the cast. I do always try my best. Oh, I like how this edition... Oh, it says 93% played. Yeah, you're doing fantastic. Let's go. Thank you, Javesty. I do love... I do really like casting Age of Empires. Of course, I can't do it as a full-time job. hope maybe one day also. I don't cast that much because I have other things going on in life. But whenever I get the chance, I love doing it in this format. For my particular schedule, when I'm back to streaming more, this format works really well. I can show you the loading. We have freaking Andy, player sitting at 29th in current elo in the world from Team Onimaru. And then we have Rise of Rome. I think that, yeah, Rise of Rome, Tofu. I think Tofu is, no need for things. It is a grand final. We have freaking Andy from Austria. Let me gather all the information I have here. Versus Tofu from Belgium. Austria versus Belgium. Let's go. There's no need for, I think, I consider, I ponder. And Chinese versus Urchins. On Land Madness. Chinese have the great start. Urchins can go for some weird gunpowder shenanigans, some CAs. I do wonder how things will go on the grand finals. 10 seconds to... I'm excited. And it's cool because we've been seeing the journey of Tofu. Freaking Andy. We haven't seen any of his matches so far. Let me just go to this scene so I can set up capture each and everything and overlay. Just finishing all the setups, setting this stage as the final. Grand final. And hello everyone, and welcome to the grand finals of the first ever Castle Rush tournament. This is the 1v1 edition where players are competing in a one-day tournament that started roughly 2-3 hours ago, and now we are at the grand finals. This is a weekly tournament where players complete from start to finish within the same day. Winner takes it all, and let's see who is the winner. As we join the grand finals, this is a best of 3. In the north side of the map, in the orange color, we have freaking Andy from Team Onimaru, who is leading the Chinese to war. And in the south, in the blue color of Land Madness, we have Tofu from Rise of Rome. I think I keep saying that name. Sorry. Hailing from Belgium and commanding the Jurchens. Let's see how things go in this grand final. Let's check map spawns. I already see Tofu started quite close to the edge with all golds forward. While freaking Andy, this gold is really good. I prefer freaking Andy's start position. It is something that will always happen in every tournament, in every format, and it is sometimes rough to be on the side that has a worst map spawn, but at the same time, I feel like if Age of Empires didn't have asymmetrical map spawns and sometimes quote-unquote unfairs, it wouldn't be that good. I think it's an important skill to adapt to the map. Sometimes you see, okay, all my golds are forward, I'm going to go Scout Rush and get map control early on. That's also a skill. And Urchins versus Chinese. Chinese, of course, with that unique start. I mean, I'm talking about the Chinese. Let's go to the Chinese side. Start with more villagers. That's why we see so much focus on gathering food. They start with less food, more villagers. That gives them, in most maps, a 2-vill lead. And then they have so many good bonuses that make the game flow smoothly, and especially transitions. All their technologies are cheaper. The town center has an huge vision, which can help with defense, can help with earlier scouting and the start of the game. They have also more population space with the town center, so you don't need to build the houses at the start. Great fire lancers. And yeah, the cheaper techs and the farms with plus 10% food. That's the other one I wanted to highlight. That's just one bonus that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to think about it. And it's just helping you in the long run. Jurchens, on the other side, you can just commit animal slaughter as you want. That doesn't sound that good, but it is a great bonus. Your food doesn't decay. That's a great anti-laming measure. You don't need to micro the villagers. This is the dream of low elos. But that's not everything that they have. They have access to siege engineers in Castle Age and grenadiers. And grenadiers can be quite a hard unit to deal with, but that's not all they have. They have faster attacking, mounted units and fire lancers. The siege and fortification upgrades are cheaper. Ooh, I don't often see that one coming into play. But yeah, since they have so much AOE damage with the grenadiers, they also deal less friendly fire damage. Some of them, like gunpowder units plus 2 line of sight, I feel like it's a bit not that important. I prefer the Chinese. I think Jurchens, if you have a weird plan, you can pull off some weird stuff. And Meshuggah, I am sorry, the command isn't working. It is my fault, Meshuggah. I set up something wrong. I need to check it after the stream. It is not working, Meshuggah. Meshuggah is on my Twitch chat trying the command. And I think you are in the server already, Meshuggah. So no need for me to pause and try to get the link. But yes, next time it will be set up correctly, do not worry. And we see no shenanigans coming from either player. Like no early man-at-arms or anything. Let me just... Well, I got the code. Good to hear your voice. Thank you. Good to be here casting. Was just pasting the code onto Twitch chat, the Castle Rush website. We see stables. And we see stables, very symmetrical. The freaking Spanish Mikiki writing the Spanish upside down question mark. Never change Twitch chat. We do see preemptive walls from freaking Andy on the forward. The forward wood line also has a wood line in the back that I don't think was scouted. See second scout on the way. Scout will meet scout. Jurchens are the first ones to add some farms there. This is a hard map to wall. I mean, you can wall, but you won't guarantee a lot of safety in the long run. You need to constantly expand, find other wood lines. That said, though, Tofu does have a great setup for early walls. However, you won't wall in any gold. That's the main problem here with this walling. Spawns close to the side. Going to try to find some damage here. Finds the ideal target, but yeah, the spearman moves right away. No upgrades on these scouts yet. That's too much of an investment for this time of the game. We see archers from freaking Andy already on the way. Where are freaking Andy scouts? Oh, there. I like the gathering of 3 scouts, one from each direction. Yeah, I really like how the base layout. It's something that's so easy to take for granted and makes the game a lot easier. We see the spearmen there, both respecting each other. Ooh, picks up. He's a little bit of damage to reinforcements. Only getting loom now for Tofu. Greedy yet unpunished. I mean, not that greedy because we have army on the field. And now we see archers. Does Tofu add any archer production? No, just walls. Ooh, that time here will be rough. This is the best possible time for you to arrive. Go, 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 go. Oh, them. Wow! The reaction. If he was looking anywhere else, that could have been... That's the difference between these players and you and me here in chat. Looking at the exact right time at the right moment. That could have so easily turned into a disaster. We see some scouts here sniping the spearman. The number of scouts is increasing. Picking any going more for one type of unit. Ooh, 2 scouts is rough. Loses 1. Okay, great trade for Tofu there. Now these villagers are exposed. Picking any loses the first villager of the game. We'll lose the second one as well. And we'll now... Yeah, 5 versus 1, the scouts win. Huge value for Tofu there. And the fact that he's walled... Tofu's main weakness right now is the lack of access to gold. Everything else is going Tofu's way. He's already walled. He has a very defensive base layout. He already found some damage. Finds another free villager. 7-1 KD. Not villager. Spearman. Another one. Another goes down. Now a scout goes down. Now another scout goes down. And now a villager. Like, oof, the villager. Huh? I think maybe a misclick or something. Tofu's farms make T90 cringe. We see here freaking Annie try to go for some counter pressure. We'll take down 2 scouts. The 16-4 KD. This is not how I expected the final to open up. Tofu is playing really well. The thing is, I don't see any big bonus that's helping the Jurchens right now. Oh, the mounted units attack faster. Okay, that's the big bonus. Yeah. That's a huge one. I was like, oh, there's... No. The mounted units are... That's why these scouts are shredding the pikeman. The spearman. It's the faster attack. That bonus is carrying hard here. I'm getting sold on the Jurchens now. I want after the tournament is over, I want to go play Jurchens and go Scout Rush. You're selling me, Tofu, yeah. This should be a clear up out of Tofu. Yeah, the faster attack on those scouts is huge. 22-9. And I think freaking Annie knows that he needs something. He needs to upset the game pace. Ooh. Nice engagement with those pikemen there. Yeah, walling on land menace is pretty difficult. Jurchens are underrated for sure. Great scout rush, noob friendly because you can shoot all animals and don't care about rotting. Exactly. I think the fact that they are noob friendly makes people think they are not good at high elo, but they definitely are. Like, you have a feeling of like, oh, they are the noob trap sieve. No, it's like Franks can sometimes be a noob trap sieve because of lack of versatility, but then they are actually a good sieve, not super top tier, but good. And I feel like some people think Jurchens, because of those buffs, are a noob trap sieve, but they aren't. We do see freaking Andy going for Castle Age now. That may be the upset he needs for this game. Being the first one to Castle Age, and Tofu is doubling down on the eco and... Yeah, the game is 99% balanced no matter what. Yeah, the game is extremely well balanced, in my opinion. Age of Empires is extremely well balanced. As Piffing Brit would say, it's extremely well balanced game with no exploits. Another, yeah, 2 more. Yeah. Once you reach Castle Age with Chinese, what's the plan? Maybe some more infantry, maybe some knights. More villagers may go down here. I'm surprised this is only 5 villager deaths though. The number may go up now, and remember, Bloodlines is in. Now those scouts pack quite a punch. They attack fast, they have forging, they have Bloodlines. And he's taking a lot of damage here. But he clears most of the scouts, and he will be up to Castle Age first. He needs to capitalize on the faster Castle Age timing because Tofu is right behind him. And he's in such so far behind in villagers. And he is not in a position where he can start out booming. We already see Castle Age being clicked. Tofu is playing this map so well. Like, at this point, if I'm playing as freaking Andy, I see no angle of how I can win the game. But let's see. Mini map look like Blue TC is hugging a world line. Yeah, Blue's TC not hugging a world line, but it is quite... It was a very safe spawn, especially because this gold wasn't punished. The forward gold. And now that the gold matters most, because he had such a huge low early game pressure, he can afford to take it. Each workshop gets spotted. We see Fire Lancers out of freaking Andy. A great transition. Fire Lancers do excel, especially in the Imperial Age, but even now in Castle Age, this transition, they are really strong. If some knights on the field, we see a forward barracks. I think freaking Annie knows how far behind he is, and knows, okay, I need to cause damage. I need to get myself back into the game, and that's what we are seeing. And now he's punishing this gold. The momentum of the game can go for a huge switch right now. So far, Tofu has been the sole aggressor. Now that his gold gets pressured, now that the freaking Annie is here on his base, we can see a huge momentum swing. And look at the military production. Freaking Annie lost so many units, but he's still up alive and kicking. Has some Fire Lancers there protecting home. Tofu built a damn pyramid as the base through. We see some Step Lancers here. Good micro there with garrisoning in and out of the battering ram to take down that stable. We see a defensive monastery now. The game, like the momentum, flipped by so fast, and that's good game awareness out of freaking Annie. He knew he needed to switch the momentum around. He knew he needed to go forward, drop those aggressive production buildings, so this timing was ruthless out of him. Now Step Lancers are on the field. The ranged volley from the Fire Lancers will help mitigate some of that bonus damage. Ooh, quick gate there. Doesn't do much. Yeah, I think going for a counter raid is the best call here. You can't engage this head on. Yeah, technically you can micro that, but realistically, I don't think that's viable. And they will have the bam ba bam shot from time to time. I think the counter raid is the best call. Monks are now on the field. Monks will really help with the defense. Monk gets sniped. Ooh, that was a very fast conversion. And both sides lose a monk. All the steppies are falling down though. The mobility is not coming into play. Neither is the range. And that gold is getting more and more pressured. And the other goals are also in rough positions. Yeah, this is freaking Andy's best win condition. It's just keep Tofu away from this gold and you win the game. And I'm sure he has that awareness. He's not overcommitting, going back and forth with the units. I mean, that ram there is a little bit overstepping. Now the number of Step Lancers is getting... It's outnumbering, but still. We see a new tower here. Some monks from both sides, and we see now some respectable numbers. Ooh, the garrison stopped the conversion. Nice play there. Nice bit of micro there. Takes the monk down and will keep harassing these villagers. Tofu's in a really tough position. Tofu spawn, yeah, was great in terms of you are close to the side. Caster is a superb caster. I call that this gold was troublesome. And freaking Andy behind this is just booming away. 45 villagers, sprawling his base, grabbing gold wherever he can. I mean, that can counter raiding could seriously punish that. And then he goes now for the counter raid. No, no, no. No!
Wait.
Ooh, probably, yeah, probably going to try to dive the backline here. Yeah, you know there's a TC in the front, but the NGG is called freaking Andy. Freaking Andy, with all the right calls there. Tofu had such a strong opening. I did say so, and I believe that if I'm in freaking Andy's position, I have no idea how to win back the game. Such a good call on, like, okay, Siege Workshop front, Barracks even more front, Monastery in the face, and he's a pro. Yeah. He is. Like, that, Elo doesn't tell the whole picture. And freaking Andy showed his experience. So many players would have crumbled under losing those villagers. The KD was abysmal. And freaking Andy kept solid, and he knew, okay, there's this angle, I'm going to go for this angle, and I'm just going to win it. He made it look easy. The comeback, that was a really difficult comeback. GG. I mean, at one point in the game, I was not acting. I was saying, damn, Jurchen's best sieve ever. I agree, a defensive Siege Workshop, Javisti says it, and I do agree, would have helped. Let me go for lobby found, Alpine Lakes. Extremely convenient tools. Hashtag not paid sponsorship. I am an honest caster. If this was a mess, I would also say it. But I'm like, why did you create these tools? You've made casting even harder. How dare you? I would say, if that was truth, I would say it. But it isn't. I am having a blast. Hope viewers are also enjoying the experience here today on this lovely Saturday afternoon. And we are already moving into game number 2. We tried to make it as easy. Let's go. Nando, can you talk about Castle Rush? I read the webpage, but I'm still confused what it actually means. Okay. From my understanding, I'm not. I always like to preface this by saying that I'm not a staff member. I'm just a caster who has shown interest. They created a webpage that is focused on hosting tournaments. So it's like a set of tools. It encompasses everything from like spec dashboard, player stalking, drafting, and they want it to be used by other tournament creators. But for now, what they are doing is to promote the tool. They are doing weekly tournaments. You have tournaments every single week, 3 tournaments per week. One is a 1v1, one is a 2v2, another is a 3v3. The tournaments are all organized to be played in a single day, start to finish. These tournaments started 4 hours ago, 3 hours, and we are already in the grand finals. And it is winner takes all. Every winner takes $25. So if it's 2v2, it's a shared prize pool of $50. 3v3, $75. This is 1v1, winner takes $25. This is the first tournament ever. And yeah, any player can register to their webpage, can sign up with their Age of Empires and Steam account, and register for the tournaments. And you play this start to finish. Every tool is there. You win it, you lose it. You had a great time. That was my quick overview. Hope I didn't forget to say anything important. I should have had better command setup. Oh, wait. Why do I see a countdown? Oh, is that their score victory? Their score... I just saw the countdown because the countdown doesn't show in cartridge. There is a score victory condition, right? Astanox? If there's someone who knows, it's you. I think so, because I like that. And tournaments are just the same. Yeah, you can tell, Mashugal, checking the page and everything. This is the first tournament, and it really has vibes of work in progress. I don't say that in a mean way. I say it in, like, you click some buttons and you get a screen saying work in progress. Considering how much of it is work in progress, that's why I was expecting things to not flow this smoothly today, but they are.
Hi.
And that's also why I am streaming this today, Meshugal, because you're not the only one with questions. I mean, you were vocal. Other people have their own questions, and I feel like as a streamer who is covering the first set, even better than answering the questions, maybe some people were like, how does the tool work? How does the website work? How does the tournament run? Everyone can link my VOD everywhere on YouTube, because on YouTube it stays up. And everyone can just click it and see how it runs, how it's scheduled, how long it is. I feel like this will also help staff communicate with viewers. Just tell them if Javisti says, bro, tournaments run on legs like everyone. How's that a question? Yeah, exactly. These tournaments are expected to repeat every single week. And now if Astanox or Javisti have someone in the DMs, for example, if Hera shows up to your DMs and asks, if Hera asks you, oh, how does the tournament run? You say, oh, Hera, you know Nando, right? You're a huge fan of him. Actually, Hera is really cool for me, towards me. Go watch Nando's VOD and you'll understand. What a legend. I've talked to Hera quite a bit, and mad respect for him. But yeah, 1 hour and 30 time limit, I like that. I know that some players are very vocal about not liking score time limits. Here, one, it makes absolute sense from an organization point of view. I myself didn't say it, but I was like, I hope they have a time limit win condition, and I also like it in general. I like the time limit win condition. In Red Bull Wololo, like, knowing that the players were looking at the timer and, like, nervous, and do I make a move now, and, like, seeing the meta shift. I know that there's some 1 or 2 matches where the undeserving player won. It can happen, but I like most of the times I like score. And Mashugal says, thanks. Yeah, I got the point with the tournament. Was trying to figure what the gap the tools fill. I understand it as a one-in-all tool that will pick up meaning once enough players have joined and use it. Exactly, exactly. Forecasting, I can say, I already support the tools forecasting. And I like the format. I mean, my schedule right now does not allow me to stream because I like the format. Maybe, okay, next week is kind of impossible for me. Maybe 2 weeks from now, I will play as a participant. This has opened my appetite. Yeah, the overview as well. Like, clicking the page and having a tab where I can see all matches that are live, all matches that have been played, and everything is real handy. I like the Battle of the Sheep here. While I was yapping, I was a bit distracted during the opening. It's also the opening stages. This sheep got converted 5 or 6 times. Freaking handy. That's one thing that pros do a lot, is wall more and better. I mean, this is just a warning system, but these are very greedy walls that will work. Creating a much safer map. And we have Persians here. Persians are great in hybrid maps. I mean, this is not that much of a hybrid map. It's a little bit hybrid, but you're still happy to have your docks working faster, EC working faster. Persians, even if it's full land map, are a superb sieve, one of the best sieves in the game. Having just even a little bit of water makes them even better. And we have on the other side Tofu, our underdog here, but also an extremely solid player. Playing with the Bengalis, also a little bit of walling. Let's check map spawns, because last game it was extremely relevant. Have a line piece and a square of gold, but yeah, safe golden stone here in the back, next to the wood lines. For freaking Andy, safe gold, not that safe stone, but I mean, with this safe gold, you're already kind of happy with your base. Yeah, and I think freaking Annie wants to boom. I mean, not like full boom, but wants to have a safe base. Probably going to pressure with scouts into archers. And then go castle behind it. Bengalis have some cheese. And I was about to say, if we see stone, it is Phosphoru. 100%. Okay. No need for guesswork. No need to try and imagine, oh, what's this match going to be? We already know what's cooking. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? That's surprisingly adequate. Quote for the moment. Market, that's a dead giveaway if freaking Andy scouts it. Archery range, so yeah, freaking Andy will play this more standard. And Tofu spots it. Where is freaking Andy's scout? Did freaking Andy lose a scout? No, scout is arriving here. Wait, does the mining camp have icicles on it? It does have, yes. Does have ice. Quite nice. The scout is not finding the important things. You know your opponent is docking. Important things right now is spot the stone. I mean, you did see the blacksmith. Market is even more of a giveaway. Stone tells you everything you need to know. 1 tile away from the cap. Okay, now he knows. And when you're playing, you... At this level, like, if it's a lower yellow player, it's like, oh, was he looking there? Did he sit at this yellow? Yes, he saw. Diagonal gate the scout in. Sorry, our base. Command broken. Wait, I'm going to do it. Oh no, I don't have the copy link. Oh, thank you, Meshuggah. Oh, I forgot I have links available. I thought I had them banned. Okay, both going for a fast castle age, but Tofu is already on the stone. And this will be a Ratha rush. Already with the dock fully functional. That's being annoying. Yeah, you can just target the fish trap. There's no garrisoning done. Where will the castle go? Probably a defensive castle. I would secure food and gold with it. Because what you want is Ratha production. And I think freaking Andy, as soon as he saw that stone, he's not surprised at all. Adapted is going to match it with a small delay, and I think he can respond to it. Because the castle, yeah, the castle will just be a defensive building. You spot the castle foundation, so freaking Andy is playing against an all-in, but has all the information in the world that he needs. Knows exactly what's coming when it's coming. Unique unit is unique unit. The freaking elephants. I think War Elephants will not be that happy versus Rathas. We see 1 TC. I do love the only 1 additional TC. I think no new TCs will be a mistake versus an all-in, but I feel like 2 TCs... Oh, they had to pause the game. I feel like 2 TCs would be too much, and you would fall behind. I wonder if anything happened.
Yes.
Okay. Tofu had to pause. But yeah, monks will be great versus small numbers of Rathas. You can even grab the safe relic that's back there. And then for more Rathas, I mean, mangonels work decently. But the most important thing is to stop the early push. And monks will be superb at stopping that early push. And you already are 1 TC ahead. You are playing Persians, so your economy is already inherently better. I think Tofu's quick, like, Ratha play will not pay off. And whenever you do a play like this, like, you spent a lot of time mining stone. And stone isn't snowballing into other resources. The castle is defensive, but right now your defense isn't gaining you a lot of advantages. So that was a lot of time spent, a lot of time investment for no return. Freaking Andy is already automatically ahead because of that. So Tofu, to even out, needs to cause a little bit of damage, but we see damage has arrived. Oh, they just no. There's not even fletching. And monks are here, targeting the left one, and you hear the freaking conversion sounds. You know, my window. And the monk is even, grabbing that back relic. Being annoying with these archers. 2-0 KD for freaking Andy. And gets a conversion there. The monk overstepped. And now, ooh, the forward villager. Oh, that's such a huge fight. And it was a single villager. That's horrible for Tofu losing that forward villager. Another monk going for another conversion. Freaking Andy. Match number 1. He looked like a little bit shaky in the opening. Match 2, he's playing like a beast. And he loves his monks. Yeah, I can see it. Just one Ratha converted, supported by the CA, makes such a huge difference. Ori, look at him walking forward menacingly. Getting housed for a bit, freaking Andy. Yeah, adding some houses there. Yeah, the monkey is like, I have no fear. I have my faith, and yeah, another conversion. You're really, like, a monk that got 1 or 2 conversions, you're always happy. That's always good value, because it's not only that you... Like, it's like killing a unit, but you also gain 1 unit, so it's even more valuable. And Become in Love over on Twitch. Hello, welcome on in. We see Stable probably to get some Bloodlines upgrade and Husbandry. Or to get some scouts into the field to snipe the monks. Probably both. The answer is neither A nor B, it's both, I would believe. Speaking Andy, still 2-1 TCs. The longer that goes, the better it will be for the Persians. But mobility is on the side of Tofu. But 3 monks there, if they are well microed, and they should be. Oh, a little bit of hesitation there. 1 conversion, 2 conversions. There's still a monk there. Okay, now the monk can't range. I think that was good for Tofu. Taking down 2 monks, 3 monks with only that conversion. We see Parson Tactics on the way for freaking Yanni. Yeah, Persians have Parson Tactics in Castle Age. And I never thought about going CA versus Rathas, but it makes complete sense. You nullify a lot of the advantage they have of being able to transition into CAs themselves. Of course, here, with units moving this fast and no ballistics on either side, a lot of arrows will just find the grass. And especially after husbandry. University for ballistics, and I mean, it makes sense in CA versus CA engagements. Freaking Andy going for the third TC. Things are still manageable for both sides, especially because of freaking Andy's idle TC time. 3 TCs versus 1 TC. The longer, quote-unquote, nothing happens, the longer things are neutral, the better it will be for freaking Andy. Time right now is definitely on freaking Andy's side. Is there a hole there? I don't think so. Look at them go. That they're going for the no attacks around first and then ballistics is still 17 seconds, and so this rat escapes with 2 HP and a dream. Ballistics also on the way for both players, and now both of them have both of them are probably expecting to surprise the other with the ballistics timing, because at the same time, but I mean, if you're crazy good with micro like these players, ballistics can become less and less consequential, and freaking Annie just takes a freaking great engagement there. And now he is outbooming and he has military presence advantage. And I think this is Tofu going for the Desperado. Going for... I think this is desperation speaking. This is, I need to do something. I either die a hero. And I think... But the CA are already there. There's one villager. No! Stop! Oh, and the CA goes there! That's such a brutal play! That's so brutal! The CA knew from the pathing. And that was a cancel. That was such a brutal 10 position. Yeah, this is good game awareness. Disney with a 10-month sub on Twitch. Thank you so much for the support. We are watching the grand finals. Tofu is going for a forward castle. But yeah, both of them are playing fantastically in this grand final. Tofu needs to cause damage. The castle will go up. And the three TCs are quite close. That means they can defend each other. But I was about to say, Imperial Age. Freaking Annie can just drop a defensive castle with his 20 stone miners, and then trap this down. I like the energy from Tofu. You should have seen game 1, our base. I don't know if you are here. Oh, another pause. Game 1, Tofu opened so freaking well versus freaking Andy. But this was this castle was the right call. Without this castle, you just lose the game. Regardless of what happens going forward, that castle, it's not a matter of should I do it, is you need to do it. You see some hiccups here, but I think it should be fine. Ratha's finding some damage. I think Tofu is going to be really frustrated once he sees the Imperial Age. And this castle was the correct play, but he's about to become obsolete. Grabbing the 5th TC now, grabbing all the stone from the map. I think Tofu is really good. Hope he makes it into TTL Silver if he goes for that. Yeah, Tofu, I mean, he beat Bananji before this set, and he played so well. Like, this is a freaking Annie, of course, is the favorite player here and the most pro, but Tofu had to fight some strong opponents to reach here. And he's not... like, he is playing well versus freaking Andy. Even now going for his own Imperial Age, not losing the fighting spirit. Yeah, losing this castle will be rough, but I mean, it's rough, but I think the main reason why we are losing right now, and we will lose, I think, let's not call it earlier, is the 5 TCs versus 2 TCs now. And those CA are just waiting for the upgrades, waiting for some good engagements there. The castle will soon no longer be a safe haven. They have Parsynthetics, they have the armor, some ring on the way, chemistry on the way, but I mean on the way doesn't make you stronger. So you need to be careful if you're freaking Andy. I really like I hope whoever wins the set is the one who deserves it. I would really like for Tofu to win this game. Just so we could have a game number 3. Yeah, freaking Andy getting more and more eco upgrades. Getting here a castle, securing this gold as well. A lot of map control for freaking Andy. The freaking micro. Both of them are doing it. Yeah, Tofu is having superb unit control as well, overall. Not like one of these players is mocking the other with their unit control. Sorry for using recent terminology. Both of them have good unit control and things like that. Yeah, the town center now goes for another gold town center. How much gold? Okay, there's still a 4-tile gold here with almost 3k gold. Getting all the upgrades, you need to go for a counter push. You can't lose this castle. Relics 2-1 for Tofu. Oh, okay, that Tofu didn't spawn and freaking Annie doesn't spawn, so both of them don't have a lot of info. I mean, those 2 relics are really in the edge of the map. That's why you use auto scouting. Cavalier on the way. Ooh, I think that's one of the win conditions for the version is getting to Savar, and Savar are so like Rathas are cool, but if you're playing against Savar and CA, Savar and CA are better than Rathas who try to be both and aren't that great. And we do see waiting for the upgrades before going for the counter push. Now he's the one with the monks, but I think freaking Annie will just snipe them. Oh, gets a conversion and does not get converted. Some of the CA were in the back, grabbing some space for giving some space to the Rathas. The traps will tank, but some Rathas go sword mode and will snipe down the traps. Great engagement out of Tofu here. Superb battle exactly when he needed to, exactly when the upgrades arrived. Getting Elite Skirm now to help deal with the CA. Excellent battle for Tofu here. Buying some space. However, there's another castle here out of freaking Andy. The pressure will not slow down. There is Cavalier on the way. And we know what follows Cavalier with the person. It is Savar. And Savar are quite savage. Of an upgrade. They're really a game-winning unit. And Tofu, way more locked at home. And will be more and more starved of resources. Grabbing everything he can from the field. But since freaking Andy has such a commanding army lead. And a very mobile army at that. Punishes Tofu's attempts at expansion. He knows how valuable that gold is. How important it is for that unit comp. It is, that's also how freaking Andy won game number 1. The 9 gold. This is a completely different game, but the 9 gold is also being extremely significant here. You want to become a pro player, just deny your opponent's gold and you'll always win. Heavy CA is in. Look at the freaking upgrades out of freaking Andy. I will keep saying freaking because the word gets stuck in my stone, light cap, conscription, 2-man saw, masonry. It's like that just shows how comfortable he is in terms of the game position. Getting trapped down, but he has so much map control. Now grabbing his own castle. Outposts, look at the map vision. Compared to Tofu. The 6 HP Ratha there. fighting downhill, but he's fighting versus Skirms. Skirms should have great engagements versus the CA, even if they are heavy CA. Now the Skirms are fighting uphill. The little dance there. But freaking Andy is freaking 11. Freaking Andy is fully popped. So right now trades, as long as they aren't atrocious trades, favor freaking Andy, and we do see cavalry on the field. I will not be surprised if soon he gets enough gold and clicks Savar. Yeah, the cavalry will do great at sniping the skirms. I do like the sword Ratha mode to help deal with that. And the castle does get delayed for now. And there's enough Rathas there to be a menace against the heavy CA. Man, fully upgraded heavy CA are so powerful. Even against the skirms, they are performing so well. Fully upgraded CA are beasts. And this is all military traits. Freaking Andy still has his eco completely unpunished. Rolling, farming eco, grabbing most of the stolen gold from the map. So much stone in the bank. I feel like too many players, when they're this much ahead, can risk themselves to losing the game for forcing their way into the opponent's space, trying too much to cause damage. And I mean, it's the basics of warfare from medieval times and everything. Starve your opponent out of res, expand your map control. I mean, map control. But yeah, it's like siege tactics. Starve your opponent out of res. So much map control, encroaching your opponent's position. There's no way Tofu can break from that corner now. Like a constrictor snake, winding around the opponent, making it more and more tight. And the longer this goes, not only is Tofu losing space, the space that he has is losing value. And he has to call it. Freaking Andy is the champion of the first Castle Rush solo tournament. The first 1v1 tournament. He takes the crown. Tofu fought like a beast. Very well played, Tofu. Reached the finals and put quite a show against freaking Andy. But I mean, freaking Andy, he is the pro player who signed up. And thank you so much, freaking Andy, for joining the event. And he put quite a show here. The monk defense in this game completely mitigating the early Ratha pressure, buying time for his game plan for the boom to pay off. And in game number 1, keeping the head cool even after losing so many villagers, so many military units, and being able to take this 2-0. If you watch both matches, this doesn't feel like a 2-0 set, but it was. Not out of the merit of Tofu, but out of freaking Andy's superb play. Let's head over to the website and show how the tools look. I didn't get any important messages. No. Let me check if this is all set up correctly. Yeah, GG, well played, Andy. Let me make this smaller now. Oh, not on this side. Because I no longer... For next time, I'll have a more well-prepared overlay. Now I know how the site works in detail. It's easier for me to prep everything. GG, well played. Congratulations. The format was really cool. That's what we are here for. We are here for my casting. Thank you for everyone who showed up. But we are here in particular in this stream to showcase the new format. And I think it was a hit. Am I in the correct page? No. Oh yes, I am. Oh, this is already. Oh, this is the duo. This is the duo. Upcoming participated. Okay, upcoming. Where's played? It is gone! The tournament is gone! It's a bug. Okay, okay. Okay, oh, and I have the link there in chat. Okay, okay, okay. Everything went perfectly until literally the last possible scene. But we can see here. Oh, I love this display here. Oops. Showing here how the players got placed. So in the bottom we had Javasty, Jackson, FRFX, Adriftasy, Rogar, Frozen Hot Pepper Pizza, and Maxi. Sadly, they lost in round 1. Then we had Matsu, Biscuits, Sharky, and Kulendena falling in 5th to 8th place in the second round. In the semifinals, we did see Bananji fall against Tofu. I didn't spectate. I feel so bad for not spectating any No Zombie match. He played quite well. I need to check his elo, but quite a stellar performance. And then second place, we have Tofu. And first place, we have our champion, freaking Andy, with the prize of $25. Very well played. Very cool. Yeah, freaking... I mean, if you're organizing a tournament series that wants to repeat every week, by the way, I love the progress bar, saying 100% played. I love progress bars. If you want to start hosting a tournament, I feel like it's really cool to say that, hey, our first edition had freaking Andy as the champion. I think that's a cool flex. And didn't lose a single map. I mean, since there's not lots of best of 7s or 8s, it's more normal. You can check here the whole bracket, all the information is here. And I assume if you click one of them, download replays, draft. Oh, and we can see the draft like this. I'm literally I'm not showcasing stuff. I'm literally exploring as it goes. But yes, if you want to, this is the website. If you want to sign up to the next one, you just go here. There's the 2v2 on the way. There's only 2 teams yet, so if you want to become team number 3, if you want to play against Bananji and Tofu, or against Javasty and Stigs, go for it. And then there's the team clash, where it teams of 3 players. Oh, Neos, Von Dutch, and the Crocs. The ROR... Nice! We already have rivalries. We have Team Rise of Rome, and we have the Rise of Rome Eaters. Roar A, the Roar Eaters. Let's go. And yeah, there's the join tournament here button. That's all you need to do. There's more upcoming features going to the website. But, I mean, that was it for me for today. Let me link the website on both platforms once again. I can use that. I can go for the tournament page on YouTube. And here you go on Twitch. I will not forget about you guys, not worry. I want to thank, of course, Astenox and Javasty and everyone who is part of the organization. We'll rewatch the cast of my game. Oh yeah, that was a... I think that was a valuable game, a valuable match for you to see. Thanks so much for the game. It was a blast. It was a blast, and thank you for having me on. I'm gonna be honest. Everything went way smoother than I expected. way smoother. I was not expecting things to be this easy, and that's the biggest compliment I can give you. I often say, even in Age of Empires, like if you want to become a superb Age of Empires player, is a player who makes the game look easy. And the same thing goes for tournament organization. If you want to make, if you want to develop a good website, it must look effortless. Things that look hard to do are often easier to do than things that look easy. And everything here looked easy. So I imagine a lot of work went into it, and I want to thank you. I will... Oh, let me just see if there's anyone to raid. If Tactical Tea Time is on... Oh, wrong button. Let me just check. It is a good way to keep... I like to keep Age of Empires viewers inside Age of Empires community. There is a lot of cool casters. Tactical Tea Time is indeed on. He's casting the Other from Specialist Cup, then I will raid into Tactical Tea Time. also a fellow great caster, and who knows, wink wink, maybe he will cast one of the next um, Castle Rush events. Well, send you over there. I'm TheNando. I do a bit of variety content. I do a lot of strategy gaming, but sometimes the board game of Go. I play internationally. Like a month from now, I'm going to go to Korea to participate in the World Cup. So, and I also do sometimes some city builders. But Age of Empires is one of my greatest passion. Always love to cast games. Always love to be around the community. One of the reasons why I keep casting Age of Empires is because the community is so cool, and I love to see people coming forward, stepping into the scene, and not being satisfied only by the status quo, but pushing things further. That was it for today. Hope everyone has a nice evening, night, time zone. Remember to follow if you enjoy. Go check out the tournament if you want to see more on their webpage and Discord. And bye bye, have a great one.